Hello, listeners, and welcome back to the Rogue Valley Roleplayers. We're playing episode 7 of Valley of Famine tonight. My name's Ben. I'm here with Rosemary, Austin, Nick, S, Ed, and Trisha is guest starring with us again. My name is Ben. I am the Marshal.
My name is Rosemary, and I'm playing Deputy Rachel Jane Kennedy, hexslinger.
I'm Austin, playing Macario, who is a clown.
I am Chen Mei, and I am the fixer.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Trisha. Yeah.
Special guest.
Yay.
Special guest, Trisha.
Alright, and I'm Ed. I'm playing Railin Daisy, the mad scientist.
I'm Nick S. I am playing Haru Matsuhara, the samurai.
And when last we left off, you'd finally made it to the peak of Wizard's Island at Crater Lake, also known as Giwas, where you found this big pine tree growing from the top of the cinder. And hanging from that tree were well over a dozen bodies, maybe dozens. Hard to tell, but they're all, they've got vines and roots and bits of tree just entwined and grown into them, and they're hanging from there. And you see all sorts hanging from that tree. Native Americans, white settlers, outlaws. You think maybe you recognize a few folk that were murdered on the stagecoach. Some of the bandits, the grave robbers, as it were. And you most certainly recognize the body of Lazarus Black hanging from the limbs of that tree. Deputy, you presented that amulet that Skell gave you.
Yeah.
That he said would lure the spirit out and provoke it. And it has done exactly that, because as you were standing there, suddenly there was a roll of thunder, and it started raining heavily. And you turned around, and you saw this thing claw its way out of the ground. It stands 8 feet or more tall. It's got the head of an elk, if an elk had fangs. Brown, patchy fur covers its skin. It looks like it's semi-bipedal. Its hind legs are hooves, but they're bent like the legs of a man. And its forearms are just stretched, long, and ungainly, and they end in 3 kind of toe-like points they're more like claws really than toes. And its chest is just this open, hollow cavity dripping with gore and viscera.
Take the initiative.
There's one bit of other detail before we add initiative.
We'll have to roll spirit.
Well, yes, actually, as a matter of fact, we will. But something else is that...
Now it's Hermione.
No, come on, people.
Sorry.
So the pine tree with all the bodies hanging from it, it's filled with crows that are staring at you with beady eyes. And when this thing appears, you see its breath steaming in the cold air, and it opens its mouth as if it's going to roar at you or bellow or something, but the sound comes from behind you. And as you look over your shoulder real fast, you realize that all those bodies have suddenly come to life, and they're twitching and shaking, and all their mouths are open.
I had a feeling that might happen.
And then we'll go to fear roll, actually. So
How does fear roll work?
you're going to roll your spirit. It's going to be at a -7.
Oh boy.
-7.
Mm-hmm.
So the encounter ends, we just jump in the lake. Spirit.
And remember, this is not like the island. This is Cinder, so it's a long way down.
Woo! Guess who's not Benny in that roll?
Oh, guess who is?
No, I wouldn't Benny it. No one's going to make it.
Well, but I rolled double ones. So...
That's a good time to Benny.
Yeah. Maybe.
I just want not double ones.
Yep, no.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
I'm just saving my bennies because
Yeah, this is...
I got a 5 and a 3. So a neg 2 or a neg 4.
Yeah.
It's a rough roll.
Negative 7 is like a jump spook.
Do we get to add our grit to this?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so
It still failed.
Okay.
yeah,
2.
I monumentally failed, but
That's okay. That's all right. Like I said, it's a tough roll to make because you're stacking its own fear plus the fear rating or fear level of the environment.
It's like having 3 wounds and trying to heal someone with 3 wounds.
Exactly. So,
You're scared.
let's see. I need a d20. I need to know where my dice bag is.
do you just borrow?
Oh no, I'll use mine.
Okay.
You don't want them touching your dice.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah, you touched my dice earlier tonight, and I failed my first
That's
roll.
true. That's true.
Mm.
I'm gonna make you guys roll your own d20. So,
No.
Deputy, go ahead and roll a d20.
1. Do you roll 6 with this?
Nope.
That's a 3.
3 plus 3. It's a 6, so you're just shaking. Go ahead and roll, Austin.
That is a 13.
13. Alright, I'll get to the end in a second. Yeah, you just don't want to roll 19.
20 is better than 19.
Actually, you don't want to roll 18.
Yeah, because it's plus 3, so 18.
13? You gain a minor phobia somehow associated with this trauma. What is that?
I'm going to say phobia of trees. I mean,
Phobia.
we've constantly
No.
seen
I
the
think you've
trees are
already got-
horrible. But I haven't been penalized at all. Now, if I'm near a tree, I'm going to be like a minus 1.
Okay.
Now, actually, it's a pretty big deal in forest. All the forests seem to be green.
You're sure it's going to be in the tree because the big scary monster is right there. It's not a tree monster.
What do you think would be better? What would you like it to be?
Elk. Elk. Yeah, let's see.
Phobia.
Well,
Crows.
ooh,
That's what I was thinking.
could be crows. The crow's sitting there staring at you. Could be scared of elk. I don't know how often it'll come up though. I feel like trees will come up entirely too often. Since
Yeah, that would be like a
they're
major
around.
phobia.
Yeah.
Well, a minor phobia that has major implications.
Right, because
Maybe.
you're just always going to be at a -2 for everything all the time.
Okay, yeah.
That's my one thing about choosing to be scared of the trees is that you're just always going to be scared.
Yeah.
And I think that would get old for you fast.
That's why I recommended crows, because it's like they're common but not terribly common, and they're spooky right now. And I couldn't think of anything else off the top of my head.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing's spooky. There's
Viscera.
dead bodies. There's
Yeah.
crows.
Maybe you
there's
become hemophobic, where you're afraid of
horrible
blood
monsters.
because of the viscera and stuff pouring from its open chest cavity, and so blood freaks you out in the future. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll let you think about it while we get everyone settled here.
Okay.
You ready for me to roll?
Yep.
11.
Is that with the +3?
No, with +3 it's 14.
14. You also gain a minor phobia somehow associated with the trauma.
Okay. So, given Chen's knowledge of the history of the Klamath tribes, and Chen's great idea to sleep on the rim, and can that phobia be related to maybe some paranoia that Llao was following him and is going to, or her is going to kill him?
That's more of a delusion.
Okay, so how about a phobia of rabbits? Because in that great battle, the rabbit carried Lao's heart, and that a phobia that rabbits might steal Chen's heart. It's also
Okay.
a little bit delusional, but
Yeah.
but specifically jackrabbits.
She's a jackrabbit.
And it's also, you know,
Holocaust.
like the original Deadlands game where we all had our fear of rabbits.
That's true.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So this is what I sort of came up with.
Okay.
A fear of being entirely surrounded by water because there's no escape, and he just wants to get away from this thing.
Okay. All right.
Does that sound alright?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
So no cruises for you.
No cruises.
No,
No like
right.
middles of
How are you going to
rivers
get
and
off of
puddles.
the island?
We'll drag him off.
Oh.
Oh, so you can't even jump in a puddle because you'd be surrounded by water.
Mm-hmm. Can't take a bath anymore.
You're probably nervous right now because from this height you can see the lake all around you, and you know there's no getting off this this cinder.
So would that technically include showers? Because
Yeah.
when you're in the shower, there's water all around you. Even though
Rain.
it's only like
No, I'm picturing more like if you're in an island situation, like if you're on an outcropping in the middle of a river, you would be terrified, or if you're in the
Yeah.
middle of if you're on an island, you'd be scared, or if he's on a boat, he'd be scared.
So peninsulas and jetties also.
All right,
Peninsula
let's
is
get a new
dead.
phobia.
Well, peninsula's iffy because there is a path out.
Okay.
And you're dying.
Ooh. No,
That's a 20 as a
it's
result.
a 20.
Nice,
So
let me dodge
the
that.
mark of fear. You are shaken and suffer some cosmetic physical alteration. A white streak forms in your hair, your eyes twitch constantly, or some other minor physical alteration. This reduces your charisma by 1.
I'm just going to like not ever do anything charismatic ever.
I know.
You should totally take eye twitch.
I should take the eye twitch.
That just
Have you heard about those
sounds like
Lemurians?
Yeah.
Right. or like a really good shoulder twitch, and then you're like, Lemurians.
Marines.
Nah.
Go ahead and give me a roll there, Haru.
13.
13, so 16. You also get a minor phobia somehow associated with this trauma.
I think I came out the best.
Yeah, you rolled really low.
I mean, my charisma's it's not the worst thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Because my charisma's already
Already
minus
good.
2. It's like, -3. I already couldn't do anything with it. So, I'll write that way over here.
So what's your phobia related to this trauma?
Trying to think.
Okay.
It's
And Chen Mei, I like your idea about being afraid of rabbits because something you notice about this creature, this guy, its chest cavity exposed and the viscera dripping out, and the thing you notice is that it has no heart inside its chest.
Well, yeah, because Lao's heart got taken. I mean, eventually Lao got his heart back. So, given what I know of the history of this region, would I automatically assume that this is Llao?
I think that'd be fair.
Okay. Or,
And based on the fact that you were told you were going to fight the spirit of Llao.
if I may,
Uh-huh.
I might take the phobia to crows then, because crows also
Sure.
represent a spirit in Japan that is known for trickery and sometimes
Sure.
manipulation. So in this situation, it just amplified it to the extreme, and now he's just, oh, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
or would it be more reasonable to assume that it's the other deity whose name I can't remember at this point, the one who stole Lao's heart?
They have no heart.
No, I think it's safe to assume it's Llao.
No, okay.
So like I said, you were told you were here to fight Llao. So yeah, it's
Sorry.
pouring down rain. Visibility is reduced. Treating it as dark. All right, so targets aren't visible outside of 10 inches or squares, and inflicting -2 penalty.
So
I missed that.
Everyone's at -2 because it's dark.
Oh, great.
A -2 for.
It's pouring down rain.
and
Okay. So all of our rolls are at a -2 because we don't have visibility and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
5.
All right. Now we're going to deal initiative.
Scale.
but it's
is the
okay
other
because-
person I was trying to think of.
It's not okay.
Nothing's okay.
All right.
Joker right off the bat.
Maybe. Now you've said it.
You asked me so much bullshit for the day.
Oh no! All right. Haru, you got the ace. Whatever that is. Hearts.
Nice.
Daisy, you got the 6 of diamonds. Chen Mei, you got the 5 of hearts.
Going downhill.
Macario, you got the Queen of Hearts.
Good.
Of course.
Oh.
Have you picked up quick?
Not yet.
Nope. You
no.
got the 2 of diamonds.
I'm just gonna pick it up though. I feel like this whole campaign.
That's if you survive.
And
It's a Joker. Just flip it.
Llao. Oh my god.
Oh, thank
Did
God.
I give him anything to fix that? No. No, I didn't. Damn.
Kill him now.
I believe the word you're looking for is yay!
Well, that was still going before.
Yeah.
Me? Yeah.
Rosemary.
Haru, you're up.
I'm going to attempt to.
This thing's, pawing out the ground, getting ready to charge forward.
Not that you'll answer this question, but I'm going to ask anyway. How likely is it that if I shoot at the crows, they'll go away?
You're right, I'm not going to answer that question. I mean, you would expect normal bird behavior for them to scatter and GTFO.
Shooting the crows wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, crows don't always scatter though.
I've actually taken shots at them, then just move out of the way where it may be.
Sidestep.
Yep.
Yeah,
What?
and then they just like stare at you, like, why are you disturbing us?
And then they remember.
And then they remember, and they tell other crows,
Yeah.
and they tell their children too.
Yep.
Well, I assume that even though I'm got the phobia of crows, that I still was maintaining some level of mental faculties and realize that this big ugly thing is the bigger threat.
Well, it's a minor phobia too.
Yeah, that's why I'm just trying to think. I'm going to first do see if I can activate my reflect spell.
Deflection?
Deflection spell. I wrote down reflect as what it does, and then put deflection next to it, so I always read that one first.
Yeah.
And take a -5.
Yes. You don't have to worry about the dark penalties.
So -3.
Because you're just casting
Well-
it yourself.
Double sixes.
Double C, nice.
11.
11 minus
3 is 8.
8. That's a raise.
That's nice.
Not -5.
When he's casting on himself, he doesn't
Oh.
need to worry about vision because, I mean,
Okay.
you can find yourself without seeing yourself.
And it said you within 10 feet.
But your visibility is restricted. Everything is still at -2 because of the dark penalties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if we're within like 10 feet or something? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got... So he takes -4.
If some-
anything attacking me gets a -4 to their attack rolls.
Right, yeah.
Sweet. And then I'm going to just draw my katana for now.
Okay.
And kind of stand off in a...
You have quick draw, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And actually, I'm kind of assuming you all had your weapons out already because you
Okay.
you came here.
With the intention of...
I mean,
Throw it
to
down.
be fair, you probably weren't expecting there to really be a spirit.
I think we were expecting it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, we plot-wise, we all are expecting, like, horrible things to be out here because of everything we've seen.
Yeah, but
I mean, none of us have Doubting Thomas.
true. But I'd say this is probably your first like blatant experience with the supernatural. The undead were a little weird, but they weren't. They were still people.
This is like okay,
This-
we've experienced creepy. This is unnatural.
right. This thing
Yeah.
should not be.
Fair enough, I guess. I'm picturing, like, we saw, like, the bodies hanging from the trees. Like, 3 of us saw that.
Mhm.
I don't know. But it's arguable, but I can give you more you in that.
Okay, so
That's the first, like, nasty
then-
thing.
With
Yeah.
both swords drawn, I more stand in a defensive stance, letting it come to me.
And you, like I said, you had your weapons out because you were expecting, you're coming here to fight, but you weren't necessarily like expecting there to actually be the spirit of Llao.
We might have been
The
expecting
Native
some
American shaman was saying.
We might have been expecting some like renegade Native American shaman who's going to fight us instead, or something. Some kind of.
Exactly. So, the moral of all that is that you have your weapons out.
I'm willing to accept that.
And Macario, you're up.
Alright, I'm actually really conflicted on what to do because Austin, would do something I'm not sure the character would be able to do, seeing as he's just had the crap scared out of him.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I guess what Macario's going to do is panic for a turn and realize that he's trapped on this island and has to fight.
Okay.
I can't picture him taking any other action realistically. I wasn't shaken, but...
I'll give you the Vinny for that.
Alright. So yeah, he looks at the island, it's pitch black. He starts basically just hyperventilating, and then he sees this thing and goes, I have to fight! I have to fight! He starts like trying to pound himself back into...
You're warming yourself back up, and you almost feel like you can feel the soft touch of the lady on your arm, and a whisper saying, "This is what you must fight."
Cool. I think that helps. He's still terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Now he knows
Yeah.
he's here for a reason.
Daisy.
Alright, I'm gonna try to unshake.
And what was your mark of fear?
The eye twitch.
The eye twitch. Okay. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
But I did not get the raise.
Simple success is enough.
Okay, yeah, that's only
We're
fine.
using the updated rules
Alright, then
as their steam effect was.
I am going to let loose with the supercharged bolt. So woohoo! Oh yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
That's a raise.
Yeah, it is definitely a raise.
15.
Minus 2 though, right? Because of
Well, he got a
the...
17.
Yeah.
17
I mean,
minus 2.
but
so.
still.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good
Stop
roll.
being Hermione, Rosemary. God,
But some good damage. It's oh yeah.
Not bad.
So that's 6, 12, 13.
If it were a normal creature, it should have been taken out by that supercharged bolt. But it takes it right through the cavity where its chest should be, and you see it kind of spurt out the back. That thing just snorts and snarls.
Alright, and then I'm scared. Yeah, okay.
Those bodies are dangling above you.
So,
That's not what's
is this kind of where the pine tree is on the map?
Yeah.
Okay, and the bodies are
Hanging above.
hanging above.
Chen Mei.
So Chen Mei is going to step to the front of the group and right there, and call out to Llao and say, "Great Llao, ruler of the underworld, we are here to honor you, and we beseech upon you grace as we pass through this place."
Okay.
Okay.
It's its turn next. Did you want to do anything else with that?
No.
Okay. It kind of cocks its head at you,
Unsettling. Sorry, I just did the picture of this. No.
and its eyes squint, and then it comes forward.
Just me and Chen Mei for now.
Oh, are you the other person that's up there with
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Oh, there's things you can do to hurt more of
It stretches out one of its 3-fingered claws and growls, kind of somewhere between a bellow and a groan. Oof. It's 12. 17. Minus 2 is 10. I gotta look up a spell. Alright, roll agility for me.
Am I rolling at a minus because of the dark? Or just straight agility?
Yeah, mine's because of the dark.
Okay.
'Cause
You could trip over a root or something.
Yeah.
So the blue Benny gives me.
You can either re-roll or add a d6, and I don't get another Benny.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Add a d6.
Yeah. Well, that was worthless. 6 minus 1 is 3.
-1.
Or 6 minus 3 is 3. Right? Was it a minus 3
It
or
should be
minus
minus
2?
2.
Okay, so 4.
So 4.
So it was a success.
Yep.
But a basic success.
But he's still got a raise over you.
Yeah, got a couple.
So it's funny you mentioned tripping over a root in the dark, because roots sprout from the earth and they twist around your body and restrain your limbs.
Don't give the GM ideas.
This was an idea. I figured he was already planning.
You are fully restrained. You cannot move or use any skills linked to agility or strength.
So if this is D&D, this would be like an entangle spell.
Yeah, it is
or
the
the
entangle
entangle spell in here.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
You can't use any skills linked to agility or strength. You can attempt a strength or agility roll to break free.
I think another
think
help
another
or help
was-
her. Is that right? Like somebody else could use
Yeah,
that
strength
to
from
help.
-2.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't want to go full strength on there, or else you just cut right through her.
And that is Lao's turn.
So that was not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. So.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And then, let's see.
It could have been nastier.
Flock of crows comes down. They swarm all around you. Or a flock of the crows. A murder. They're just flying and pecking at you everywhere.
That's not good.
And they're swarming around you as well.
Alright.
Some bitch.
They're swarming you as
Oh my
well,
God.
Haru.
Meanwhile, Rachel's just standing in the middle going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
And it's Rachel's turn, right?
Yeah, actually, those of you who are getting swarmed by the crows, go ahead and give me agility checks.
Agility.
No darkness penalty for this, so they're just right up in your face.
No, I did not make it.
Nope.
Because of our minus... Oh, no darkness. I did make it.
Woo! I still got a -3, so.
I got a raise.
Oh, you're fine. And you got a basic success, so you're fine. You, however, are shaken, Haru. You're swatting away these things. You're not freaking out because now you're afraid of crows.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're just shaking. You're distracted by these things, but too, you realize that they're kind of picking and pecking lightly at you, but they're not really hurting you. It's just mostly irritating and distracting, if anything. And now, Deputy, it is your turn.
So what are my penalties?
Well,
To
what do you need?
unshake?
None right now,
Oh, okay.
because it's not a vision thing.
Oh.
Anything that's vision related that you would need to be able to see, you're at a
I didn't know there was
-2.
like a fear penalty though. In the
No, not yet.
So,
So it's a success. So you're unshaken and you can act.
well, we're gonna say when she was shaken.
Uh-huh.
What I kind of pictured her doing was pulling out her gun and
Mhm.
loading the shootist bullets into it.
Okay.
Because I had it specifically in my head that they weren't in the gun.
Weren't again. All right.
So she's kind of, shaking hands, fumbling the bullets into the chambers. And
Okay.
I was actually thinking, just for storytelling purposes, it'd be brutal if she dropped one in the dark.
Okay. I'll give you a penny for that. Which one did you drop?
She wouldn't have loaded ghost bullet at all, so odds it's a load for bear, and evens it's a nicely better. So she drops a nicely better. It's like she's like, oh shit, and she drops it, and then finishes loading up the other 2 bullets. Can I fire?
As a map,
Oh, okay.
as you loaded.
Sure. She'll shoot.
All right. So that's going to be a net -4 for you.
However, she isn't shooting the. Oh no, she'll shoot rage. she'll shoot the loaded for bear.
Okay.
9.
That's going to get 5, so that's a hit.
Nice.
And roll your damage. Gun goes up.
12.
12.
Plus 1, so 13.
Yeah, unfortunately, much like Daisy's railgun bolt, it hits it. It clearly hits it. There's spatter of blood. But
Roar of the bear across the...
yeah, but
top
it,
of the-
it's totally unfazed. Something you realize about your railgun, actually, a little tangent here, is that it's probably powered by Ghost Rock.
Mm-hmm.
So when you fire it doesn't sound like a regular train, it sounds like a Ghost Rock train. So it's probably more of a shriek.
Yeah, well, whatever. For the sakes of making the noise, I'm going to go.
Yeah, let's do that instead of shriek.
So, does Llao or do the crows respond to the shriek of the gun?
Not really. The crows are flying all over. Llao has been shot a couple of times now, but twice now, but hasn't been phased. Haru, 7 of hearts. Daisy, Queen of clubs. Chen Mei, 5 of spades. Macario, 9 of diamonds. Deputy, you got the King of hearts.
Nice.
And Llao gets the Jack of spades. So Rachel, you're up first.
So she sees basically that this thing, the bullet didn't really have that much of an effect.
Yep. This thing didn't even flinch in pain or anything. It just kind of snarled.
She's gonna boost her. You can lower a trait of an enemy, right?
Yeah, you can try.
Mhm.
Okay.
Opposed spirit.
Yeah. So she's gonna like try to like.
Opposed spirit of the spirit.
Okay. She's gonna like take the amulet in her hand, which
Mhm.
has the connection to Llao,
Okay.
and use that as like a channel for the magic, basically
Okay.
to try to lower Lao's. Can you lower like the attack, or is it the? What would be like a thing that you lower to make the attack less?
You can lower their vigor to lower their toughness. You can lower their fighting to lower their parry.
Oh. She's gonna try to lower their vigor.
Okay.
Make this thing less, like weaken it somehow. And that's spell casting, right? That's a D. So I have to cast the spell successfully first, right?
Yes, and then it's opposed. Whatever total you get, I have to try and beat.
So a 6.
6. I got it.
So you really got it.
By a lot. So you see the magic, and the amulet kind of shakes and quivers for a second, and you see Llao kind of toss its head in irritation, and it locks eyes with you, and it snorts angrily, and you feel the spell fail.
Oh, okay. I can also still move, right?
Yep.
Run away. Oh no, I'm not, because I'm heroic. So I'm actually going to run more
Oh, good.
over here towards where I can see my friends are in
Good.
trouble.
I would just have to change what I was going to do. Alright. So, even though like I have all these crows around me, I'm able to move a bit?
Yeah, you can move.
Alright. I'm going to kind of swoop around like this. Aim up at the sky. Burst.
Oh,
To try to clear out all the birds above me and
okay.
even some of them up in the tree. And
Sure.
Yeah. Wait, that was the wrong die. Reroll that one.
All
That doesn't
right.
happen.
Ooh, there you go. Alright, you do it.
7.
You don't even need to roll damage. You clear them out. It's just a storm of railroad bolts.
Yeah, a shrapnel gun is kind of one of the things they have as a thing. That's
Okay.
probably what it is.
Yeah.
It's like
And now it's Llao's turn. So, Llao locks eyes with you, Rachel, and as you move, it tracks, and it suddenly kind of turns into this cloud of black smoke, and then it flows right over, snakes over. I'm not remembering the correct word.
Slithers?
No.
I feel like whacked is too calm for what it's doing.
No, yeah. It wisps over and collapses here, and it's going to strike at you with its claws. Sounds more like a bear than what's going for, but... Oh, Jesus God. That's a 19.
I want to stop one of that died.
Can we take that one away from Ben?
No.
My parry is 6.
That's a raise.
But don't worry, you won't take 2 wounds. Maybe. Or maybe you will. I don't know.
Could be in trouble. That is 10, 15 points of damage. What's your toughness?
6.
6?
Yeah.
So 15 minus 6 leaves what, 9?
Yeah.
So that's 2 wounds.
And
Shaken in 2 wounds.
those.
Alright.
Alright, so Benny.
Benny.
And you roll a rigor.
Yep.
Isn't it? I thought it was shaken in 1 wound. Am I misunderstanding how that was supposed
I got
to
2
work?
raises over.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do double 4s get me?
You soak 1 wound.
So I'd be at -1.
Yep.
Okay, add a d6.
You could.
I'm going to do that.
Alright.
And then I 2.
So that's not going to get you
Another.
another wound.
I want to say these. So.
Alright, so shaken with 1 wound. It slashes you.
Ouch.
Claws rips your shoulder open. Hurts a lot.
She's going to let out this curse.
And yeah, those crows are going to keep on harassing the 2 of you. Well, you're shaken, so it's going to flutter over here and harass Daisy since she just
Crows near nothing.
murdered their murderer brethren.
Murdered the murderer.
Mm-hmm. Macario.
All right. So Macario, having just heard the lady's voice in his ear, thinks back to the vision she showed him, and she told him to bring color to the land. And he whirls around, sees the tree with all the corpses on it, and says, "Color, rojo!" and starts rushing off to set the tree on fire. That's his plan.
Ooh, I like it.
That is color.
And it will get rid of our darkness penalty.
Yep. I don't know if I can do that on this turn, but that's what he's going to do next.
I've never set a living tree on fire before.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
He's got lantern oil, and he's got matches, so he could just go...
Okay. It's going to take you a couple rounds of prep, I think.
Okay. He splashes the lantern oil on the tree this round.
Sure, yeah.
You get to a certain point where human bodies don't burn all that well, so...
It's a tree will burn.
Lantern oil could ignite long enough and stay ignited long enough to maybe
Catch.
Yeah.
We'll see. How much lantern oil do you have?
Oil lantern, 1 gallon.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. I
Yeah,
think it must have been half a gallon. It kind of got rubbed
Usually
out.
they sell it in pints.
Yeah, I put half a gallon, which was weight 3.
It might be by the gallon in here.
Are
We got literal- no,
what
there
are
is.
the crows doing?
Well, if I ever get myself entangled,
nothing,
I'll
you'll
use my
time for
alcohol to
turn.
help hold that fire.
I think it would make sense to say he has about a pint, because he wouldn't carry all that with him. That would be like on his horse. And
Yeah.
he would take a little bit of lantern oil with him. So probably like a pint worth.
Okay, that sounds legitimate. So you're pouring, you got your flask with lantern oil, and you're just
Yeah, he splashes. Well, he probably just tosses it against the tree, and he's like getting ready to
Like
rip his
doesn't
matches
say.
out and light this thing as soon as
That's
possible.
just per gallon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but what we're saying is that he likely wouldn't have carried the whole gallon.
Yeah.
Do you also have alcohol that you can do?
I know that it doesn't necessarily
I don't
affect
think
my
so.
dice roll to unshake, but I do see Rachel in danger by the thing, and my being loyal to her and everybody here, I feel that danger is imminent to her, so I'm going to use that to kind of fuel my...
Go ahead. So you're at -3 because the crows and your fatigue.
So, I'm going to reroll.
All right. Ooh.
Nice.
There you go. You got it.
Woohoo. And I can move to here. That's 6.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah. And I can still attack, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to reroll. Get one attack on him. No. Still didn't.
So you swing it, and your katana grazes its hide, but it just takes no notice of you.
Yep.
Chen Mei, you're rooted, as it were.
So what can I do to unroot myself?
You can
Agility
do
or strength?
agility or strength.
Got a -2?
No. Someone else trying to help you would have to do it at -2.
Okay. So just straight agility or strength?
Yep.
5.
All right. Yeah, you managed to wriggle free of the vines holding you, but that's your action.
So can I also, as part of that action, look around and see if I can identify where Lao's heart is, if it's not in his body?
Yeah, give me a notice roll. -4.
Oh, jeez.
Next.
10. -4, 6.
6. You look around, but the only things that really stand out is the tree and the bodies hanging from it. Bodies that are jerking wildly and screaming.
Wait, these people are dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's terrifying. Is the tree on fire at this point? Or?
Nah, not yet.
We're working on it.
New round. 4 diamonds for Haru. 2 clubs for Daisy.
Is this your club for me?
It's just the
It's the
last.
lowest card.
Wait,
in
there's
the
not a
deck.
combo.
Yeah.
10 of clubs for Chen Mei. 10 of diamonds for Macario. 5 of clubs for Rachel and
Don't do
Joker. No, still higher than everybody else.
Yeah.
That's
So-
I think it's the highest I've had so far. So.
Llao is going to map again because it's glaring down at you, and his gaze shifts over to Haru as he slashes at him, and then Macario splashes oil at the base of the tree, and so it kind of lazily glances over at Haru, and then kind of with alarm almost.
I kind of had a feeling that maybe the tree had some kind of...
Why is
You got a
that?
simple
Where the
success.
bodies were going to come down and do something nasty with them.
Because he's teleporting and then he's
Oh,
attacking.
so
Is it possible that the tree is actually Lao's heart?
Possibly.
So you're splashing oil, you're digging for your matches, then suddenly you just get this chill down your spine, like, oh no, it's right behind me, isn't it?
Yeah, he looks over his shoulder and goes,
Haru's going to be moving around a lot, apparently. He's going to be chasing this thing down. Like, stop! It's the only thing he can do to focus his fear and stop hurting my friends.
Ouch. Boy. I got a 9.
okay,
Mhm.
my parry would be
Actually, no, that's a
I'm-
7, excuse me, because he mapped.
actually a 9 parry, even without my rapier. I'm a monster.
I'm going to add a d6 to that.
1.
Nine.
Oh.
No.
9
definitely
and
does.
5 is 14 minus 2
Oh.
is 12. That is not going to be a raise,
Not
though,
a
right?
raise.
Simple
You're-
success.
Simple success.
Alright.
I was cocked. I feel like you should re-roll that one.
Are you sure you want me to re-roll it?
Yeah.
Okay. You should have not gone to the reroll.
No, I think that was the right decision.
Fair
If it
enough.
doesn't land flat.
So that's 19.
22.
22 points of damage. What's your toughness?
All right, my toughness is 5.
Oof.
Ooh.
That's
3 right?
4 wounds.
Incapacitated, right?
Well, it's 4 wounds right
yeah,
now.
it's 4 wounds.
4
So that would be
wounds, so-
incap, but you can roll a soak.
All right. I have 2 blues. There's a slight chance. It's a good roll.
Yeah. So
D8, D6.
which many are you soaking the first, though?
White, sorry.
Right. That's what I thought.
That would make sense.
I wouldn't lead with blue.
So that one did nothing for me. Let's try another white.
Okay.
Shot. Wait.
Wow.
Ooh, what is that?
Might be the 8.
No, that's a 2.
No, that's the 7. You rolled the 7.
Oh, is that the 7?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you choose the other one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a 7.
So that's a wound.
All right.
That'll keep you from being incapacitated at this
I
point.
will spend.
Yeah,
Go for a D6.
you're at least
Yeah.
going to get one. Yeah,
You're going to at least get 2.
Oh, blow it up.
Nice.
Ooh.
So that's a 9 plus 7 is 16.
I think that's
Yeah,
all of
it
them. Yeah, that's all of them.
All right. So what does this thing do to me exactly?
So it's clawing
Nothing.
at you. It's trying to claw you.
Right. What it actually does is it completely rips Macario's shirt, underpants, just from his torso up, just goes. But it actually manages to somehow just barely scratch him with its claws.
Okay.
Everything else, like, just gets ripped off of him. Clothes go flying everywhere.
Everyone
But he is
has-
somehow still alive.
Yeah.
It was a
It
glancing
was all
blow.
cloth. Your shirt is gone. It's just
Yeah.
ripped. There's maybe like your sleeves and the back, but the front of your shirt is just shredded wide open.
Yeah. It's a great action scene.
Your
So William Shatner
your
wrote it.
your ugly rain jacket that you're wearing, that's toast. It's ribbons.
Yeah.
I
Everything
like
just
it.
goes blowing off in the
Just-
breeze.
just as your winter
I like
coat.
it.
Oh, thanks.
You have one of your white minis back.
It seems like a very heroic, just that moment when the hero is down right before they.
Yeah. Crows. So you just wriggled free there, Chen Mei. Crows are going to harass you. Crows are going to keep harassing you.
Alright.
I think I forgot to make you do an agility roll last time. So both of you do agility rolls now.
Am I doing
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I don't make it.
You're shaking.
Oh, I got a 5.
Yeah, 5, you're fine. Yeah, they're just getting up in your face, and you're almost worried now that since you just killed a bunch of their brethren, like now they're out for blood.
Yeah.
It's in my hair. Yeah. Macario, you're up.
I think we're okay until we get pooped on.
All right. Yeah, he basically backs himself to this tree, forgetting for a moment how horrifying it is, because there's something more horrifying right behind him. And his hand's shaking. He tries to like strike the match and drop it on the tree.
All right.
Do you have to roll anything for that, or how would we do this?
Give me an agility roll. That's
Okay.
the only thing I can think of.
Do I take any penalties for it?
-2 because of the rain.
Okay.
It's raining so heavily. In fact, you're possible this fire might not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a blue and roll a d6
Okay.
at it. I got a 5 on both my rolls here. That's a simple success, I think. Wait, let me think about this. Yeah, simple.
All right. You strike that match, and you manage to touch it down to the tree, and the oil. When you realize that you're backed up against the tree,
That's on fire.
that you just lit.
And now Macario's pants are on fire.
Lying?
His shirt just got ripped off, and now his pants are on fire.
All right, I'm not going to give you a penny for that yet, but
I thought for a second you were going to say, like, you strike the match and the Llao just blows it out.
that might have happened if you hadn't gotten the success.
Okay.
Okay.
It just does like a snort. And just,
Strike the match you're holding in front of you like it's a weapon, and Llao just goes.
Now your pants are on fire.
Yeah,
My pants are now
the
literally
seat of
on
your
fire.
pants are on fire.
That's great.
Good thing it's raining.
Good
You didn't
thing.
even have to tell a lie to get there.
Chen Mei, you got crows all around you, but you're not distracted by them.
So Llao is noticeably responding to the tree on fire.
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
fine. So then I want to take the bottle of alcohol that I've been carrying around in my pack and dump it on the fire on the tree to get that thing to burn hotter and faster.
Okay, so it's going to take a couple of actions there.
Okay.
You're going to have to dig it out of your pack and then get to the tree, and then I think next round.
So can I dig it out and move on this round?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
then that's what I want to do.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go.
Okay.
Makes it your turn, Deputy. You're shaking and you're hurt, and it's raining.
Yeah.
There's crows,
I'm
and there's this horrific spirit thing.
Is the fire helping the darkness penalties at all?
Not yet.
Okay.
Without me unshake.
Yep. No, actually, it won't because you're in there.
Oh, alright, I'm at
-1.
-1. I definitely want to be able to act. So, the red lets me reroll.
This one you just act.
Oh, right, that's right. So, yeah. So, Rachel's gonna, like, spit a flop of blood.
Alright. Gritty.
Yep. And then she's gonna, once again, try to... She's kind of noticing now that this thing is tearing us to pieces. So instead of trying to lower its vigor, she's gonna try to lower its attack.
Okay.
There's slow retreat. So she's gonna once again take the amulet in her hand and channel magic with that.
That's 4. You want to add anything to it?
Okay, I can add a d6.
Uh-huh. It's your last
I
bang.
know, that's the thing. I feel like Macari's right about to die.
I'm not hurt yet. I could probably survive 1 slash. Maybe.
You already have.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on.
Alright, so against the 4. I got it. So again, it tosses its head and snorts. And you feel the magic fail. Haru,
It's 'cause she's wounded.
this thing keeps running away from you.
You,
Actually, more like it just
fears
keeps
you.
ignoring you.
yeah, you blasted Shinigami, you attack my friends, I will destroy you. If you stay put long enough.
Stop running away!
Move. With quick draw, I can pull my walkie out.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Come on, get it in. 9 minus 5 is 4.
That is not going to overcome its parry.
I'm going to add a d6.
Ooh.
11.
11 will hit. It'll even hit with a raise.
Woo!
Only I can make it to lower its vigor.
8 points of damage.
And don't forget your extra die for raising.
Oh, yeah.
D6.
I'll just do this. 8. 10.
Yeah, it laughs at your...
Yeah.
It doesn't really laugh, but it ignores you again.
Damn, I'm useless.
What about, you get a second attack though, right?
Oh, yeah. No. Nope.
If this monster was your senpai, it definitely would not be noticing you.
No.
Daisy,
No.
you're shaking.
Alright. It's on shake, I hope. No. And at this point, I am not spending a penny to unshake. I am going to wander off this way.
doing the old wander.
Just got one shake to make that plan
And
happen.
to just run off the island back to the boat.
Ace of spades for
As
Haru.
he's,
Maybe
as he's
later.
rowing back,
Okay.
he's like, I got a plan. He's like, I got a plan.
8 of clubs for Daisy. Queen of
It-
diamonds for
We all
Chen
have a
Mei.
plan. I
Oh,
have
that's
the way
better.
I need to participate to make it work.
I just need them to shake first.
Mhm.
Row all the way back to the horses and get our dynamite.
2 of spades for
Yeah,
Macario.
that's dynamite.
No,
His
I got
butt's on
some
fire,
better
and he's
dynamite.
very, very slow.
It's like, we don't notice it. Oh, no.
Joker
Oh,
for
yeah.
Deputy.
Oh, they
Nice.
needed that.
I feel
Oh yeah,
good
we
about
all
this.
need that.
Oh, son of a bitch. 6 of clubs for the spirit. Damn it.
You know, the guy who's about to turn on fire goes after him.
I have a blue, please. I just want
That's what I wanted, but I had none.
Nope, I got a white. Oh well, it'll work.
You got a Benny. That's good.
Yeah.
Right, it's better than no Benny.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Alright, Deputy.
Alright. Rachel is gonna like take a moment to like focus.
Center herself.
Yeah. And then she's gonna once again cast Boost Slow Retreat
You can do it!
on I think the fighting again.
We're fighting again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah.
12.
So 12 minus 1, but
11.
plus
But plus 2,
2,
so,
so plus
yeah,
1.
plus 1. So,
So
what'd you got?
13.
13.
Yep. Alright. Oh, damn it. I got a 7. So it just goes down to die type. It's not a raise.
Okay.
Did you beat me by 13? 7 and 4. You did beat me by 13 by a raise. So his fighting goes down by 2 die types. Oh,
That's nice.
Nice.
That's what we're talking about.
Finally.
Finally, something else.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
I like
But
it.
that only lasts
3 turns.
3 turns, right? I don't know.
And
Or
then-
you
yeah,
can concentrate and keep it though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the power points to maintain
Yeah.
it.
It took a bunch of points.
I have been keeping track of me spending a power point a turn to keep my armor up. I mean, not that it's necessary, because it's ignoring me.
So what does this bullet
don't
look
like
like
that
when it
at
hits
all.
it? Because
Yeah,
I'm
you
picturing
do
like
3
chains or
rounds,
something.
and then it's 1 point per round after that.
I'm picturing this thing puts like you put like shackles on this thing or something. That's
Oh, yeah. How should
Yeah,
we
what does your
trap
spell
this?
look like?
Because it's lowering its fighting type.
Yep.
Spray it with Roundup.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, maybe it shoots like a lasso out and like holds back, like, I don't know,
No. So we'll
rope
say
binding. No, that's a little bit more Macario.
maybe. Could we say because the tree's on fire?
Mm-hmm.
Could we say
Well,
maybe?
it's not totally on fire
Oh.
yet, but there's a fire lit.
Like these, like the maybe like part of the fire changes color, even like a white fire
Okay.
separates out from the normal fire on the tree
Uh-huh.
and like kind of comes over to Llao and starts dancing up its arms in a way that's just making it, it's distracting it from
Sure.
fighting. It's like panicking because it thinks it might be on fire.
Sure, yeah, it's just white hot flames along its arms.
So now he's this giant hulking flaming beast terribly awful.
Lovely.
Awesome.
You just made it more
What's the worst thing you can do?
Yeah.
Turn the monster on, light the monster on fire.
So now both
Ghost Rock
Macario and the monster are
Ghost Rock
on
burns
fire.
purple, right?
No.
Burns white.
Burns white. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking purple.
I'm just gonna try attacking it because, like, I don't have a lot that can do anything to the tree, and I see that they're trying to focus on the tree. So
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna. I mean, I could try and taunt it, but I don't think that'd end well.
I want to hear Haru taunt as you're attacking though. Like I want to hear how he would taunt something.
what popped into my head was your mother was a hamster and your father smelled the other.
I honestly can't think of a good one. That's probably why I'm not going to.
Your mother was a yokai, and your father.
You're not even a true god. Not even a true kami.
See if you're going to get an uncaring shrug.
Yes, yeah.
That was a joker well spent.
Is that Snake Eyes?
Instantaneous. No, that didn't happen. Whoa.
Whoop, dice everywhere.
Nope. Not that attack. And
No,
nine.
it wasn't the taunt?
No,
Or was
yeah.
the taunt not actually a taunt?
It wasn't actually a taunt.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah,
in that
so-
case, you're definitely getting like the
Uncaring shrug.
uncaring shrug.
Yeah.
I just asked him a ton. I was curious what
It was more just words while I'm trying to swing at this thing, like, pay attention to me!
And you get, what did you get on those fighting rolls?
I got a 9 on one, well, actually a 4 on one, and a 2 on the other.
Okay, yeah, nope, those are not going to hit even if it's lowered. Parry.
Yeah.
Who is this? This is Chen Mei.
So I'm going to take my bottle of good alcohol
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to look at it and sigh and take a little sip and then throw it at the fire.
That's worth a day.
Some good stuff.
You know what I realized? I probably won't die. I'm getting ignored.
Well, someone took an entirely unexpected tactic.
That was an excellent tactic.
It was brilliant.
I will not argue the brilliance. And the
I was
excellence
actually
of it.
lamenting that my flavor wasn't flamethrower on my burst because
Aw.
of that. I was kind of thinking like,
He was like, oh, I'm going to set the tree on fire. Oh, shit. So, yeah, you may have stumbled upon something there.
yeah. I had a thought, but my thought was like these things up in the trees were going to come down and start kicking our ass too.
So is it
I
burning?
had that
Yeah.
story.
So is it burning nice and toasty now?
Yeah, you threw it on there. It's flaring up. With the rain and everything, I don't... Oh, here's what. If I roll a 6, it's on fire. So it's not on fire this round. Austin, go ahead and roll a d6 for me. This is how long it'll burn before it goes out. I'll add +2 to it because you guys just threw a bunch of accelerant on there.
3.
3, so it'll burn for 5 rounds.
Okay.
So 4 more. We'll do 4 more checks to see if it lights on fire, and then it's out.
Mhm.
Okay.
Unless you throw more accelerant on there.
Did they have more? That would be on them.
Uh-oh.
Ben's like, wait a minute, dude.
Carrying ghost rock on you.
I do have 200 matches.
Maybe.
Go for it.
I could just keep relighting it.
Speaking of, Daisy, it's your turn.
All right.
Also,
Had a shake.
if we threw gunpowder on it,
I'm just gonna spend my Benny gun shake now. And yeah, I'm gonna rifle through my backpack and get out a chunk of ghost rock.
Oh, fuck.
And I am gonna put it into the fire.
Oh, God. Is the whole island going to blow up?
Something bad's probably gonna happen right now,
Can
but
somebody
something
make
good might happen.
Whirlwind.
You have whirlwind, yeah.
Yeah.
How many jewels in
Let's
there?
add more souls to the fire here. To the
Oh,
tree with
it's
corpses that are
true.
swinging.
No, you want this thing to burn. Ghost
So
rock's probably
you
gonna
know
put it
what
on
this
fire
means,
now.
is that Hattie Jules has been living in the depths of the underworld.
I know.
I like it.
Reborn with Ghost Rock. If Chen Mei ever becomes Haru, that'll be her Manitou, is the ghost of Hattie Jules.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So Go ahead and add.
Oh, shoot. I completely forgot.
And go ahead and roll a d6.
I had a gallon of lantern oil in my backpack.
No.
All right, we're going to add 2 rounds, so it's going to burn for another 6 rounds. And on a 5, on a 5 or a 6, because of the ghost rock, it will actually catch fire.
Not blow up.
Not blow up. No, ghost rock doesn't necessarily explode unless, converted into a powder used in infernal devices. But it burns really hot for a really long
Thermite.
time.
They use it.
Ghost rock acts like thermite.
Yeah.
They use it kind of like coal in Deadlands, don't they?
It's a super coal.
Yeah, it's like super coal.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
used for the railways also to power ship or trains.
No.
Big ghost rocks fused in my katana blade.
There's ghost steel. Alright, it's this thing's turn, and there's a bunch of you assholes who just threw fire on this tree. One of you threw ghost rock.
I know. That means he definitely doesn't want to type back because I'm dangerous like that.
This chick's got ghost rock. Don't mess with her.
That's right.
Takes a match and holds the ghost rock. Come at me, bro.
I'm gonna map, see if this works out for him since someone lowered his freaking
You know what? I don't even feel slightly guilty about that.
Not in the
No,
slightest.
You
Not.
shouldn't.
In fact, we're all very proud of you.
It only took me 3 times.
Spend a penny, re-roll that. Gonna add d6. 8 against
Hit
your
my
parry.
Parry. Yeah. But not with the raise.
Not with the raise? Okay. How does 13 damage sound?
That does not sound good. It sounds like I'm going to take 2 wounds. Yeah. So, guess I gotta try to do that Zoka thing. Yeah.
That sucks 1 wound.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I take a wound, I guess. I don't like it, but it happened.
Alright, so yeah, you're shaking with a wound. The crows. What are the crows gonna do? Crows are gonna start beating up the fire with their wings. One's gonna fly over and harass you. This one's gonna start harassing you.
So we start beating at the fire with the wings, so we just have a bunch of flaming crows in the air.
Crows are on fire.
Both of you go ahead and make agility rolls. You're going to be at your negatives because you're freaked out by the crows and you're fatigued.
And minus is my
You're at -1 because you're hurt.
And we don't take the dark penalty for the agility roll. 'Cause
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
just
They're
make
right
three.
in your face.
That minus
Negative
1
three.
is still 4.
Yep, you're fine.
No matter how much you
I
don't
failed.
want to see them, you can't get away from them.
Oh my god.
I am so
Alright.
useless.
Macario.
I had a really good idea just now. So Macario's gonna rip off his flaming pants, at the whole time howling. And he's gonna release them into the wind, and the wind is gonna catch him in such a way that it hits this thing right in the face. That'll be a taunt roll.
Okay.
You like it?
Sure, I like it. I like it. It's taunting.
Taunting.
All right.
Flaming pants off
I
and
resist that with my spirit. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Alright.
Let me see
I was
here.
taunt. Yeah, it's resisted by spirit.
Shoot, I wrote down the rules for this. No, I'm trying to figure
Are you out?
Huh?
Are you out of bennies?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that's
You want to shuffle?
Yeah.
Can you shuffle?
Yes, I can.
Okay. You got a busted finger there.
I can shuffle.
I might need to look at the rules. I'm sorry.
I have acrobat, which is +2, and then I have monkey style, which is +2.
Clown style.
So it's a +4.
Does acrobat add to taunt rolls or just agility?
I believe it's 2 taunt rolls, but
I don't think it does taunt
No, I think it's just agility.
to agility
maybe
trick.
it's just agility tricks.
Does taunt go against your smart?
Yeah.
Oh, does it go against friends?
Mhm.
Shit.
I think maybe it does, but I don't remember. It's
This
been
is
a long
an
time since
opposed
I've
roll
done a
against
taunt.
the target smarts.
Smart.
Okay.
See tests of will on page 86
There you go.
for the effects of the successful taunt.
You get your advantage in a second.
So my taunt is at a d6
Yeah.
plus the 2 for monkey style.
And acrobat just adds to agility rolls
Okay.
to perform acrobatic maneuvers.
So yeah, he releases these pants, and the wind catches them, sending them towards this thing's face.
I get a blue.
I mean, the act has spoken.
I was like, oh look, a kite. I was confused.
So that is an 11 minus any penalties, which I think would be -2. I'm really sorry. I've been forgetting to do this. I have my phobia active because I just got it. -2 from that would be 9.
Okay.
And then any other minuses that I would have for this.
I think in this case the wind and the storm is helping more than hindering, so no additional minuses aside from your phobia.
Okay.
But against my smarts, 9 against my smarts. Damn it. 6. Yes. So it gets just a little too high, and it gets caught up in its antlers, and it doesn't even bother.
Great, it's got flaming pants.
I imagine I already know the answer, but can I still add a d6 or is it too late? I would be
I'm
giving
inclined to
think
say
it's
it's
too
too
late.
late.
Okay, that would make sense because I'd be giving you a d6 and you could just roll yours
Oh,
again.
that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
This sounds like hazing gone bad.
So now Macario is in his underpants,
What?
in his hat,
But you're no longer on
in front of a
fire.
flaming tree.
Yeah, you haven't moved. You're still right there. It's getting hot.
You're getting
uncomfortably
burned.
so.
Yeah.
Well,
He
it's
needs to keep warm. He's practically naked.
Yeah, it's true.
At Crater Lake in October.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cold.
Haru, you got a 6 of clubs. Daisy, you got a 10 of spades. Chen Mei, you got a 10 of hearts. Macario the Naked, you got a jack of hearts. Deputy, you got a Korea of
Hearts.
spades.
Either you get good or bad.
Oh
He's only
man.
got the 5.
Spirit got 5 of hearts. Macario, you're up first.
all right. I move from the
Oh, you know what? Let me roll for the fire real fast. It's not. Tree is not caught yet, and it's going to burn for another 5 rounds.
Don't you think you know that somewhere?
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
All right. Yeah, he's out of options as far as making the tree more on fire. So instead, he's going to try to help out Daisy, who he sees as being menaced by this thing. So he'll head around and basically try to lasso this thing and try to pull it off of her.
Okay. That's an agility trick. That you get to use your fighting to do it.
Right.
Stop making me oppose my bad stats.
So that is a 6. I think that's a 6. And that blew up. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 7 minus 2 is 5. Okay, I'll
So
try
you
it.
get to add your acrobatic to this one, right?
Oh, I do. So that's a
It's
7.
Agility. Yeah. It's a 7.
Oh, actually, it's a 9 because I get to add my clown style.
Okay. That's with a raise, so it's actually shaken.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
job.
So he gets his lasso around this thing's antlers and actually gets the fire down to the point where it's flaming right in this thing's eyes and blinding it.
Yeah, you do that, and actually it stumbles back violently. Right there, as you yank it back. Yeah, it's swatting at the stuff that's in its eyes, and kind of gets burned a little. Everyone, give me a notice roll, -4.
Nice.
Nope.
Net 0.
Net -5.
Ouch. I also did not make my roll.
Alright. Okay. Daisy.
Alright. Shake.
You
Hey, you did it. And at this point, 1, 2, 3,
Chen Mei.
Do the trail rations have salt in them?
Probably, yeah. I think we established that last time.
Okay, that's what I thought. And then, trying to look and see what I have that has iron in it. I'll start with salt. I'm gonna take the salt from my trail rations and add that at the base of the tree that's burning.
Okay. Again, that'll take a little bit of, like, you're getting the salt out.
Yeah.
Hard. This thing keeps moving away from you. And you've got crows in your face. Horrible
It's
crows.
just because it's really afraid of you. It doesn't want to fight
Yeah,
you.
yes, we'll use that as an excuse. I'm gonna roll my vigor to unshake. No,
Yeah, your spirit.
spirit. That's right.
You apply your negatives for being afraid of crows and your fatigue.
I'm gonna add a d6. I need to
Actually, you can just spend it to act.
spend it to act. Okay, yeah, spend it to act. Taking out the gallon thing of lantern oil I have and throwing it at the tree near the fire to just break it open.
Okay.
Because I see what everybody has been doing, and it's just like,
We don't have access to chop it down.
so do I need to roll anything? No, strength.
Roll me a throwing.
Okay.
We're a little ways away from it. You can ignore the darkness penalties because you're throwing it at the glowing thing.
Because they made a bonfire?
It's not quite bonfire status yet, but
So minus.
it's not throwing light, but you can
And
definitely see.
I don't
if
have
there's
the
something
throwing
at it.
skill, so minus 2.
Yeah, you're
So
defaulting
minus
on it.
5 anyway.
Minus 5
Total, because I have the minus 2 from the phobia, minus 1 from fatigue, and then minus 2 from not the.
Okay.
Yeah.
You understand scatters and what that can do to our friend Chen Mei here.
Chen Mei, catch on fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I bet she's like really badass with like a burn spell.
Risking it.
Oh, that's a 4.
Oh, baby.
7.
Minus
5
is
2.
And you're out of bennies.
Damn it.
Alright.
Why don't you? Yeah.
Solid attempt.
Your throw still works. You still threw the thing, but it varies. It travels.
And now I gotta find my scattered out.
Yep. I have been 100% useless.
So Chen Mei yells,
I don't know if you've been used.
I'm not a corpse! Just in case you couldn't see.
Because, like, you are distracting it.
No, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not. I haven't distracted it at all. I have been 100% useless.
You're providing moral support to the party.
I'd say I was providing comedic relief, but we have a clown who's naked.
It's
For the
true.
most part.
I don't think that's the
It is
clown
kind
job
of funny.
description.
Oh,
What does that
on
mean?
target.
That means it's on target.
Oh, damn. What a shame.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it lands in there. Roll a d6.
Wait, should I roll it?
No, you're fine.
It's on target.
2.
Okay.
You want
Add 2 rounds to that. Stop feeding the blues.
So that's 7 rounds.
Ben's not having a good night.
I'm not having a good night. This game
Now,
sucks.
I do want to mention that was a full gallon cask. So
I know, but
Yeah.
doing quick and easy rules.
No,
here.
you're fine. No, you're fine.
We're at 7 rounds.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited about this.
You're
Yeah.
probably going to get lit.
Assuming that we have a 5 or a 6, we'll light it. Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe not.
The laws of statistics are hopefully in our favor.
I also have oil and a bottle of the good stuff. So
Damn it! Why are you carrying all these accelerants? Obviously.
Because we're a party of arsons.
All right. Yeah, I got.
What D&D group doesn't set something on fire?
You unshook?
Yeah, I am shook. You're right there. You hauled it away from who it was trying to kill. And you started the fucking fire. It's been a wild attack.
That's understandable.
With burning pants on Ted.
If Macario dies, we're gonna be all sad. You know that, right? We will
7.
hold a tasteful memorial.
Son of a bitch.
We'll have a pair of pants etched to
Or a
your
D6.
tombstone.
Nope.
Damn it.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
wow.
Very good. Well, done.
That was the one, listeners.
Yeah, that was a 1.
And he needed a 2.
So Macario sees this thing swipe at him in full anger, but the blow is so strong that it just goes right over his head. It's just completely like piss at the point where it's not even thinking straight.
All right, yeah.
-2 to its parries for the next turn.
It knocks his hat off.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm not attacking Macario anymore because he's just going to be full-blown nude.
Does anybody have any extra clothes for Macario?
This session was supposed to be serious and scary, not strip the clown.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I promised I'd play a serious clown, and I'm completely breaking that
You are
promise.
seriously playing a clown.
You're not even playing poker!
He's got nothing but his underpants and his boots. That's all that's left.
Just gonna trim his boots, fly off the top and down there.
We've got at least 1 or 2 more articles of clothing that will go before the
Oh, and his socks. He's still got his socks.
socks. All right. We've got some buffer
They're
here.
colorful socks.
So you're just wearing like socks and boots? And
Socks, boots, and underpants.
Oh, God.
You know, like old style.
Rachel, it's your turn.
I feel like
You got
Rachel
one
like
phone
Long
looks
John's.
up now from planning casting a spell to
That's
see
at least
Macario running around naked,
Nearly naked.
very things on fire.
Well, if he's in long johns, that's a little bit better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're like
West-
they're like old
Western
underpants,
underwear.
Western underpants.
And like, despite the horror of everything, she has to stifle a laugh. She's like, dang, he's a really great clown.
And for the sake of the whole party, I'm going to hope that the flap is closed.
It's closed. It's closed for now.
It takes one more wild attack. He throws over and dodges.
One more missing wild attack.
What's going on is like Macario is just like running around this thing and just cue Benny Hill music and swiping at it.
She's gonna call out to Chen Mei. Do you need any help?
Just make the fire bigger.
Okay,
No.
Nobody has the blast card.
I can leave. The
Yeah, you
room.
can leave.
Not yet.
You can never leave the group.
4.
Okay, that's like you're practically standing in the blaze.
Okay, I don't want to be on fire, so I just want to be close enough where she can add accelerant to the fire. So she's gonna pull out her pack,
Okay.
set it down to look for her bottle of the good stuff, and so
Alright.
she's gonna pull out like her like
I'm gonna say it's gonna take
extra
you
long
around
johns, her iron skillet, her box of matches, her
see.
rope, and then like find the bottle down the bottom. And, like, look at, kind of like how you like look at the valley, but toss it
Make a
off the
Molotov
flames.
cocktail out of it.
So you'll be able to toss it next round as you're digging through for it. I forgot to go for the crows, so I'm gonna have them go now. And this flock is actually gonna follow you with
Oh,
murder
okay.
and try and stop you from throwing more shit on the freaking fire. And these things are gonna continue to harass you. So both of you make agility rolls.
That's 5.
That's a -1.
Yep.
That's 3.
So basically, the failure is you're shaken.
Yeah.
I got a 4.
You got a 4 total.
4 counting my penalties. I got
Alright.
a 4.
A white just lets me reroll, right?
Yeah.
But the red gives you a Benny.
No, red. If you use it to give to
Add
add a
a
D6, it gives him a Benny.
Raise it to reroll. Does it give you a Benny?
I would use the white before.
Yeah,
Alright. Alright, you're not shaking. Alright. Let's make you reroll.
Can you do that?
I don't think so. Alright. Haru, you got a 9 of diamonds. Daisy got a 7 of spades. Chen Mei got the Joker.
Yes!
Pass that around.
Second time we got a Joker. That's
Yep.
amazing.
A lot of combat rounds happens. Macario, you got 4 clubs. Rachel, you got 2 of clubs. And I got the ace of spades. So I'm going down.
Do you want to make the
What's
fireball
the hat
right
for
now?
you?
Yeah, let's do that.
You got one for Ed.
Not on fire. Yay.
Yeah, if I grab him, I grab one.
And this is the third round for the boost illustrate. So after this, I have to start spending.
Yay, a penny again. I'm gonna hold on to it.
Of which I have
Well, actually, I
5.
might not.
All right. Chen Mei, you got your salt out. What are you doing?
Well, so using my knowledge gained from watching Supernatural, I know that you can essentially trap a spirit and put it to rest when you salt the bones and burn them. And I'm going to treat this tree like the bones of the spirit of Llao and throw salt on it to burn it. And then look for something made out of iron to...
You have a knife.
Is it iron?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to throw that on the fire too to further trap the spirit
Snap it into the tree.
and try to send it back to the underworld.
That's full of flavor. Come on.
That is a shit ton of flavor. I like it. But I hate you. Alright, so... You do that.
Okay.
And I'll say it's going to help.
Well, but I also have the Joker, so is there a bonus for the Joker to
Oh, that's a good...
aid that?
Yeah, you know what? Okay. You do that. And all the corpses stop moving. Except for one. You look up. And of course, it's the corpse of Lazarus Black. And you probably don't recognize... Chen Mei probably doesn't let... Well, no, you've probably seen it watching pictures. I mean, you recognize this Lazarus Black. But you see...
Yeah.
You know, his body is still jerking, and he's just hollering in this inhuman voice. And you see his chest split open, his ribs splaying open like the legs of a spider or something. And you see this oversized heart, his chest cavity. And you know immediately that is the heart of Llao.
So I'm going to scream out to my compatriots, destroy that heart!
She put salt and iron on the tree, and all the bodies stopped moving, and except for the corpse of Lazarus Black, he's still spazzing. His chest burst open, like the rib cage bursting open like the limbs of a spider, and there's a giant oversized heart in his rib cage. It's the heart of Llao.
Okay, so there was some kind of magic that just happened there.
Yeah.
Well,
And now it is Lao's turn.
it is turn.
And
I was hoping it was my
she's
turn.
screamed out to us to destroy them.
All right.
Yeah, I hope nobody in this party is loyal to Monsters Black.
No.
No.
We killed him.
No.
Yeah.
I buried a sword in his head.
Okay, good. So nobody's going to worry about killing him again.
No, killing him again would be 100% acceptable.
Llao turns angrily towards you, Chen Mei, stretches out a hand, and that's the wrong guy. Let's see if this works. Did not work. Make it work.
Oh no, we should have told him that.
It's a 7. What's your parry?
My parry is a 4.
Oh, that's a raise. No, it's not a raise. I'll add a D6 to make a raise.
Yeah, so it's shaken, but...
Shaken touchdown.
Alright, that's a raise. So what happens is you need to make an opposed strength roll against this thing because it stretches out its 3-clawed limb, and you see something ripple under the skin and then burst out in a spray of blood as these root-like tendrils come whipping forward, and they lash around you, and it's trying to yank you forward towards it. So roll your strength, and we'll compare
Nice.
The boxcars.
Oh, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 10.
I'm spending my last thing.
All right.
Ooh.
Fuck. Well, yeah, it strikes at you, but maybe it's a little nervous because the fire is nearby. The roots recoil, and you manage to kind of pull them off of you and toss them away, and they sort of like retract back in his arms.
So Chen Mei screams out, "You should have taken my offer for a partnership."
It looks at you guys and shrugs.
My lawyer advised me not to.
I'm being menaced by a clown. Leave me alone.
Yeah, he knows his phobia clowns.
I didn't. No, I don't deserve a name for that. Take it back. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh my god, I need some.
There was
He's
a
wearing
joker.
burning
All right.
clown pants on.
Haru.
It's probably going to be a map, but putting my walkie away to pull my pistol and shoot.
You have quick draw, so I don't think that'd be.
I'm going to shoot up towards the heart.
Okay. It's going to be a cold shot, so you're -4 for the cold shot, -2 for the darkness.
Or minus... No, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell I can make that.
You can blow it up.
Could blow it up.
What's your total penalties there? You get
7.
crows on you as well,
-7. Well,
Does he still have a darkness penalty?
and a wound and a fatigue. No, wait, no, you don't have a wound. You have a fatigue.
-1 for fatigue, -2 for the crows, -2 for the cold shot.
-2 for your phobia of the crows. Or is that what the
That's it, yeah. And then -2 for the dark. So 7.
Okay.
Didn't you say dark twice?
No, it's
Dark
dark is -2, -4
for the...
for the darkness, and -2. So you're at 8.
This is a cold shot.
And the reason the fire's not helping, why the dark, is because the body's up in the tree. It's up.
Oh, we're
Alright,
supposed to
there.
shoot at Lazarus's heart.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay. That sort of makes sense, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, lion doesn't have a heart in its body.
I'm going to try. Get out of my way. Reroll.
Alright.
Nope.
And you fire, and the shot goes wide. Daisy.
Alright. Well, guess I gotta try to aim for this Lazarus guy's heart with the supercharged bolt.
Alright. I think you just had a -6
Okay.
for a cold shot and
Darkness.
darkness.
And 1 wing.
So -7.
Alright, big money, big prizes. Average money, no prizes.
No price.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not
Alright. Macario.
I think Macario at this point is just trying to keep it off the rest of the team so they can finish the job.
Okay.
So he's going to try to scale this thing and pull the pants completely down over the horns, over its eyes.
Alright.
I guess like that'd
You're,
be like
you're trying to climb up on it.
Yeah, like climb up on and do like
Oh.
an agility trick or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's still an agility trick.
Yeah.
It might give you some falling damage if you fail it and it throws you off a bit, but I think that's unlikely. So that is going to be using your agility, though, because you're not using your lariat.
Right. Oh, blow it up.
Shit.
So that is 9 or 6. 6. So that's a 14 minus 2 for the phobia, plus 4 for monkey style clown style and acrobat.
Yeah, it's shaking. It's got a flaming pair of pants down over its snout.
Macario falls onto his butt in the mud after he successfully does this.
His boots fly off.
His boots are still on.
Okay. Rachel.
We are gonna shoot the heart.
All right.
But we're gonna cast aim first, which is a free action.
Okay. That's actually a fail.
Oh yeah, it's a fail. I'm gonna reroll. Oh fuck! It's a 1 on my spellcasting die.
Well, you take the higher of the two. Remember, take the better result.
I have a feeling I'm gonna need aim for this
Right.
shot.
You had 4 on that other one. You can spend one of these to add a d6. Spend this one. Add a d6.
Oh. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh, see, now he's got a
Way
bad.
to bamboozle
I
her.
know, but I want to make this shot. That's a 5.
GM trickery.
So
So
That was
9 total.
9 is
That'd
that
be a raise, so-
that's minus 2.
Yeah, negates
2 of the 4.
Yeah.
So it's just minus 2 now for the called shot.
Right. So you're looking at a total of -5.
Right? Because of my wound and the darkness.
Yeah.
Right. Since she's gonna pull up rage, which is the one that has aim on it, and then she's also gonna shoot retribution though too.
Okay.
So we'll do
Do rage first.
rage first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's at -5. Ooh. Oh, you
11
got it.
minus 5.
Yeah, you got it.
Sweet. That's
Right.
got loaded
Roll
for
your-
bear.
That's got loaded for bear.
Yeah.
Alright, roll your damage.
So that's not a raise though, right?
Maybe it's
no,
But
it's
it's
not
an
a
extra
raise.
die type for load for bear.
Yeah, the load
Yeah.
for bear.
So this is the damage.
Oh
I
my
fucking
God.
want no mercy so bad.
Oh,
Maybe you get no mercy.
Survive this session, you can get it.
So it's
that's
Are you gonna get
5 plus 1 from
So 6.
6 plus 4 for the called shot, right?
Yeah.
So
But
10.
do you get that?
I feel like I do. It's a
I
called
don't
shot.
I think I'll give it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you fire and that heart bursts, explodes.
See raining blood.
Yeah, so I
Raining
picture
blood!
it like she pulls rage out. It's glowing
Uh-huh.
like white because rage is the white gun too.
Okay.
So it's just like this shimmery, glowing lights, and then she fires through like the rain and the crows. Just like calmly takes aim. And then the roar of the bear.
Roar of the bear, the heart explodes in a shower of blood, and the spirit kind of gives this agonized bellowing cry, staggers, drops to one arm, and is struggling to get back to its feet, and it reaches one trembling claw, and it's reaching out for you. It's got hate blazing in its eyes, and then it just collapses to the ground, snorts, and blood spews out of its jaw, and then it
Extinguishing the pants.
sinks into the ground and disappears, and the rain stops, and the blood's
Does the fire keep burning?
yes, it does.
Excellent.
Yeah, that tree's got to burn anywhere.
Yeah, that tree's toast now.
That tree
Without-
should not
the
exist.
The rain's gone, so it's
The
gonna
kid on the
burn.
rim of the outside of Crater Lake is looking. You just sees. What are they doing up there?
What the fuck is going on over there?
The sound is active again.
What do you guys do?
Macario kind of walks over to the party looking a little bit embarrassed.
Are there any? Did all the crows leave too?
Yeah, crows are gone.
Does anyone have an extra pair of pants? Or a shirt? Or a blanket? I could really use anything.
Not here. Back at the horse. I unfortunately do not have any extra attire for you, Macario. It is all back at Raccoon with the young boy.
Very well. Let us make sure this abomination, and he points at the tree, it burns down, and then please let's go back to camp. And he starts shivering.
Haru takes off his duster and puts it over your shoulders because he doesn't want you to die of catch or death of cold.
Excellent.
My pants wouldn't fit you, and then you wouldn't have pockets. So.
Truth.
So it's going to take a while for this tree to burn down. On the bright side, it's warm when you're standing here.
Oh, excellent.
But
What time of day is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rachel's,
It's getting
Over.
towards evening. Sun's
Rachel's
setting.
just gonna kind of sink down to the ground and sit.
Just kind of camp here and with the once a tree.
I'd actually like to try to look after the other's wounds. I've visited the doctor a few times. I've picked up a couple tricks. I'd like
Okay.
to give it a shot.
Sure.
I heard you learn some magic tricks about
Oh,
it.
I might have some magic tricks.
After giving
Right,
Macario
yeah,
his
I'm
best
gonna
trick,
stop
Haru's going to go over to his spot and meditate a little bit because he feels like a complete failure. He didn't do any. He wasn't able to hit the guy. The guy, he acted out of terror. There was a lot of things stacked against him, and he's feeling very.
a 6 to heal Rachel.
Oh, she's
Oh,
healed.
nice.
I don't know.
So-
Is that just regular healing, or
That was magical healing, actually.
Oh, so what does that look like?
So I'm thinking the way Macario does this is, he digs out some handkerchiefs just like he saved her the first time.
Uh-huh.
But now he's seen a doctor actually bandage wounds, and so instead of doing it like skilled the way a doctor would, the right way, instead he just wraps really fast in such a way that like he really puts the right amount of pressure on there.
Okay.
He just has like this sense of like, okay, this is how much I need to tie it. I know for sure because I've seen this happen.
Uh-huh.
He just has that sort of like kinetic
Tourniquet
intelligence.
around here.
Yeah.
Can't tourniquet the taint, sorry.
So like Rachel's sitting, she kind of like sitting down, like needing like the adrenaline rush wearing off. This thing was freaky as hell, so she's just like a little.
Deputy, lift your arm, please. And he ties up the little wound that you received.
Like, thanks, Macario. What happened to your clothes?
I am so sorry. I know it is not most decent, but when giant monsters rip your clothes off, there are not many options.
Remember, he is wearing Haru's industrial. So.
Well, but you would still see that.
Yeah.
So he's got like muddy long johns on and a duster.
Yep.
And who
Does
is
he still
this?
have his
That's
boots?
me.
All right. Oh, okay. And now you, Daisy. You look like you got a bad scrape there.
Yeah, he got his wife at me.
So I guess I don't have to bend you. I can just keep trying, yeah? Because it's like normal magic healing.
Yeah, magic thing you can keep trying.
Okay, so-
spend the power points.
First one was 3. This one was another 3, so that puts me at 9. And then Ben's going to try again.
Those 3 bennies. Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I get it.
He successfully patches you up.
Sweet. I don't have to get out my medical kit.
So it's full dark by the time the tree is like fully engulfed in flames, and you're fairly certain that there's no putting it out, and the tree's gone.
Yeah, well, that's fine. It kind of had lots of bodies in it that needed to get burned.
Yeah. You don't have any provisions with you here on the island.
I have some
Well,
rations I
Yeah,
took with me.
rations.
Yeah, and I
Right.
have my pack, which has the provisions in it.
Poor kid.
Well, he was with the horses. They were probably rations there, too.
Yeah.
So, if he's not eaten by wolves or
I
something.
would probably have trail rations.
This whole fight, because of the power of Llao, there's just all these animals and stuff just coming to the rim, and they find him, and he's just like, oh god.
He's got horses. He could ride away on a horse, too.
Yeah.
Horses are in it too. We got dragged up into a tree. We get back there, they're just all like,
Burn that one.
Llao immediately rises up again. Oh.
oh, son.
So yeah, you're feeling pretty hungry.
And he said Lao's body vanished into
Yeah,
the earth,
vanished
right?
into the
There's
earth.
nothing left
Right.
remaining of him.
Right.
The job is done. Let us get back to the boy and the horses.
Pretty dark. What
Then we
about
get
it?
back
Haru
to
had
town and
walked away
Jonathan.
to kind of meditate on his failure, because he's failed because of fear, he failed because of lack of wherewithal, lack of skill.
He was just
Wow.
tired. He was tired.
Rachel
It's the perspective that he could have.
is She's been like a couple of hours and it's still dark.
You
Or
did
is it
manage
sort
to
of
actually
immediate
fail
aftermath?
and
It's been a couple
cause
of
more
hours.
fire to happen, though.
That is true.
So,
Yeah, you were very helpful with that.
There's just other
Yeah.
issues that he'd be having issues with himself. I mean, it's not. It's just he needs to kind of reflect a little bit and go, where am I lacking?
yeah, and it's been a couple hours since you've been kind of sitting over there meditating. Rachel's gonna get up and walk over to you. And she's gonna make noise as she approaches because she doesn't want to sneak up on you and startle you.
Pretty smart.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing to do.
And she's just gonna call out, Haru?
Yes, deputy.
Are you alright?
I will be fine. I just need to learn from failure and continue improving. He would stand up and come to you at that point.
I didn't see no failure out there, Haru. I saw a friend come to my aid in battle when I needed him.
Your words are very appreciated. Thank you very much. But I still have much to learn.
I think we all do. And then,
So we're gonna,
Yeah.
I guess head back down the...
yeah, she's basically saying, like, thanks for having my back.
Anytime. I would greatly have any of your backs.
That's kind of dirty.
How is dirty? As you confused.
And she'll head back more towards the burning tree. Because we don't want to leave in the middle of the night, do we?
Probably not.
Yeah, we're definitely staying here.
Yeah, we're
We're
gonna just all surround.
We made a nice campfire
This
already.
giant tree is on fire for like nobody
So,
move.
So what's for dinner?
Trail rations.
Are there any crow bodies on the ground? Yeah, trail rations.
So given the dead burning bodies, Jen isn't very hungry.
Yeah, I don't know how.
You would think that, but dinner is definitely on your mind. You know you're hungry. You've been hungry since... When was the last time you ate? When was the last time you ate?
Morning.
We did have a nice breakfast, and we've probably been trail rationing.
Yeah, we ate
Nuts and
morning.
seeds.
So long ago.
Pemmican.
Hardly recall. You're definitely hungry, even with those bodies roasting up above. Even with everything you've already seen.
So despite that, Chen still isn't going to eat on the island.
I think she'll pull out like a trail ration. Whatever that looks like. A hardtack maybe?
Hardtack, maybe some jerky.
Yeah.
Jerky. Most Western-style trail rations would have been jerky, like trail mix almost.
Corn pone.
The pemmican. Pemmican, and candy, ironically. Like taffies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps well in its calories.
Yep.
So Chen Mei will take out the trail rations that she would have eaten for dinner and place them as an offering to the spirits trapped in the bodies. To honor, even though these aren't her ancestors, that they are somebody's, they belong to somebody, and to honor those spirits.
Chen Mei, what are you doing putting your food in the dirt?
Well, we don't want hungry spirits to roam this area,
No gakido.
and so I feel that I can forgo my dinner for this evening to feed the spirits and keep them from being hungry.
Interesting.
Haru would probably offer him some because of Shintoist tradition, but eat enough to at least know that he's eaten and then fall asleep.
Okay. Yeah, while you're eating, maybe you're still a little shaken, just kind of from your medication and whatnot, but Like, you drop a bit of your jerky, whatever, it drops in the dirt, and you're hungry enough that you pick it up and you kind of brush it off real fast and eat it anyway.
That's understandable. I mean, I know what you're going for to an extent. I mean, I don't know exactly what you're going for, but I know what you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
Valley of Famine, right? But that wouldn't be abnormal either. It'd be like
It's just more of like
waste not, want not.
there's a little bit of that, but there's also just the sense of just hungry.
I figured that's
And you know, you finish eating your trail rations, those of you do, and you're full, but you're not satisfied.
Well, of course, it's just trail ration.
So, with Llao being defeated, does Chen Mei lose that?
That bonus that you never used?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I figure.
Yeah,
and
Rachel's.
after eating Haru just
All
thud.
Right.
Do
Does
I,
anyone set
do I
a watch?
feel the magic kind of dissipating?
We should
from me?
probably do
Yeah,
that.
kind of.
Okay.
Just because of what we just fought. But probably any wild animals aren't coming anywhere near that.
No.
But
Rachel's gonna at least sit up for a while.
Okay.
She's got the amulet out and just kind of turning it thoughtfully over in her hand.
Okay.
He would have had the wherewithal to pull his swords off and lay them down.
Yeah, I'm assuming you didn't just like eat food and go, bedtime now.
But no, you just eat, set, roll over, close to the fire.
This is dumb as a player, but I don't think Macario will be able to go to sleep when he's like shivering in this rainy, like nasty place without any clothes on.
It's not raining anymore, but it still is damp and cold for sure, yeah.
So I think I'll take a level of fatigue or something. If that's what we
Do have a really big tree on fire. It would be keeping us
Yeah.
warm.
That's true. But it's also like a corpse tree that probably smells really, really, really bad.
And I don't.
Yeah.
I
Give me a
don't.
vigor roll. Maybe +2, because you're right, you are cold.
Well, do you also have a bedroll?
I probably do.
Okay, because that would help keep you warm.
yeah.
I'm thinking Rachel left her bedroll with the horse.
Yeah, I don't think I would have brought it with me as a thing, so. So
I know
that's
Haru.
a simple success, I guess? Or, wait, you said +2 for
Yeah, I said +2.
-2 for the phobia, +2, 4.
Okay. Actually, I think in this case the phobia would even contribute as a +2.
Okay,
That was basically a roll to see if you stay awake.
I see.
Are there any aromatic plants on the island? Lavender, jasmine.
Probably. Yeah.
So I want to gather up like a bundle of those and add them to the fire as an incense offering.
Okay. You don't have survival, right?
I don't believe so.
Give me a default roll. It's gonna be an additional -2, so a total of -4. Because it's dark.
Okay. And D4 is untrained, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a tabletop unless something's on fire.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah, you know, you do it. You do the thing.
I'll stop at 23.
Yeah.
-4 is 19. I've fully appeased the spirits.
Yeah, definitely. You feel that.
And put Llao back to slumber for many years.
All right, so you're sleeping. You're just staying up. Sleeping. Chen Mei, are you sleeping?
I think I'll probably lightly, more of
Power
like
nap?
like a meditative state than a sleep, but
Okay.
but a restful meditative state.
All right, so we have 3 people resting.
I'm awake.
You're
Unless
awake.
you're sleeping, I can fall into
Do we
sleep.
need to establish a night watch?
I'm keeping watch right now.
Okay.
Haru has done so much of that. It's kind of why he was fatigued.
So Haru, make me a spirit roll at -2 plus your fatigue modifier.
Nope. I know what I'm using my next advance for. I'm raising my spirit die.
Valley Famine Isle, the dogs are barking for no reason.
Then you're going to want bigger. Oh.
I feel like
Go ahead and roll a d20.
Yeah, let's remove blue barriers.
Okay.
7.
So what happens is, normally they shake and result, but you have some very vibrant, bad dreams, and just monsters coming for you, and you wake up and your sleep is not restful, so you're not going to get to try and recover your fatigue you've already got.
Rachel, though, is like, I kind of picture like Rachel sitting by you, like,
Oh.
yeah.
So you like keep a watch and then go to sleep, or you
I'll keep a watch, and since I see Macario is awake,
in the sense that he's like lying there shivering and cold.
are you trying to sleep?
Deputy, I cannot sleep. I can take watch. I don't think I will sleep tonight.
Sure, Macario.
Yes.
Like, she's gonna huddle into her duster, kind of close by the
Go
fire.
ahead and give me a notice roll. Negative, I think it'll be a net -4 between your phobia and the darkness.
Oh man. So that's a 5, a success.
Yeah, you kind of sitting there, you're shivering, you're cold, and in the light of the tree that's burning, you can see kind of the other trees that are growing up around the rim of the cinder, and you see there's either a large crow or a raven kind of hanging out in the trees nearby.
Yeah, Macario's, this is going to catch his eye, and since those crows were attacking the party earlier, he's definitely wary of this thing. He's going to get his lasso ready, and if this thing gets close, he's going to try to hook it.
Right. It's not really coming close, it's staying, around.
Yeah. So he'll just keep an eye on it, kind of like, still looking around, but keeping an eye on this thing.
Alright. Come back to you, Matt. Deputy, give me a spirit roll, -2.
I don't wanna. Is that just add or can I reroll?
You can reroll if you want.
If I add, it's
Plus, yeah.
whatever that is.
Mhm.
Just add 4 minus 2, you said?
Yep.
So 7 minus 2 is
It's 5, so you succeed. Your dreams aren't great, but Macario, you're keeping your eye on this thing. At one point, it kind of cocks its head, meets your gaze. Go ahead and give me a spirit roll -1.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, plus my -2, so it's -3. I'm going to try rerolling. Add a d6. So that's a 5.
Alright. Yeah, you kind of sense chills in your spine, and you realize you recognize this crow. Or raven, or whatever it is, this carrion bird. You've seen it every night since you left for Giwas. It's been hanging around your camp.
What's the distinguishing feature of this animal?
It's kind of...
It's like a preternatural.
Does it have like one eye maybe or something?
No, it just kind of its mannerisms, the way it's moving. You're just like, oh no, this is the same fucking bird.
It's kind of like how you can tell two like dogs apart, even though they look exactly the same. It's like I know you and I don't know you.
I think Macario is going to like try to intimidate this thing. He's gonna once he realizes it's the same bird, he kind of does this.
It just clacks its beak at you.
Yeah. I see you. He basically tells the bird.
Are you waking anyone else for the next watch?
No. He's just gonna do it all night.
Daisy. Spirit roll, -2.
Spirit, -2. You got a 7.
Alright, so this is the third night in a row that your dreams have been unpleasant. But
Yeah.
nothing really out of the ordinary, I suppose. And last but not least, Chen Mei, give me a spirit roll -2.
17 minus 2 is 15.
Oh, alright. Yeah, you're fine. Your dreams are possibly even pleasant, actually.
I'm in a very restful meditative state.
Yeah. But when you all wake up the next morning, take a level of fatigue.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Do I take a double level of fatigue then?
No. Oh, yeah, actually.
That would make sense.
So I'm at -2.
Yeah, one more fatigue, y'all, I think that.
I feel like we need to get off this island.
Yeah, we knew that. That was our plan.
Most of you, for all you, your sleep just wasn't really all that restful.
So is it daylight?
Mm-hmm.
Rachel is gonna eat another trail ration for breakfast, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you eat breakfast. It feels like it's been forever since you last ate.
Yeah, Macario kind of waddles up to Rachel, and you can tell he's just got bags under his eyes. He just looks so tired. And he says, Deputy, last night, I'm sorry to add to our piles of worries, but there is an evil bird following us. I know that sounds strange, but I've seen it before. That's all I can say. It moves the same way every time. Maybe I'm so tired.
Well, considering all that we've seen, Macario, that be the strangest thing we've encountered. Where's this bird? Can you point him out to me?
Is it still around?
Nope, it's gone.
It was on that tree over there, but it must have flown off. Or maybe I just thought I saw a bird. I don't. He just looks so tired. He's just exhausted. You can tell.
Rachel's gonna kind of do that, like not condescending, but slightly patronizing, like pat on the shoulder, like to be comforting. Like, all right, might just be nerves, Macario, but if you see it again, let me know. Point it out to me.
I will.
And she's gonna pull out retribution and load in the ghost bullet into the chamber.
Imagine loading the ghost bullet. There, Macario. It's okay. Sleep now.
No, that's not her intent. But when
I'll
she
make
loads
the
the ghost
go
bullet,
away.
that's going to make her realize that she dropped one of her bullets, and I want to search for it to see if I can find it.
Oh, it's totally gone.
So what happens to the PowerPoint that was tied up in it if it was never
It'll
fired?
restore, but it probably got consumed in the fire.
Oh, okay.
So was the sleep for like 8 hours? Like, do I get 8 PowerPoints back? Is that kind of how that works? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
PowerPoint's back. So we're saying that PowerPoint is free?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not forever tied up and you'll never find out.
That's what I was a little worried about, so...
Not to rush too much, but I suggest we head back to the horses and the young boy and head home. I would like a comfortable bed to sleep in. Perhaps get a true night of rest.
Agreed. Let's get off this conversation.
Yeah, I want to sleep in bed.
Yeah, you guys hike back down to where your raft is. You paddle back to the rim. That's probably really fun for you, Macario.
It's a pain in the ass.
Well, I
A very cold pain in the ass.
Oh, because of the
Water.
Phobia.
Yeah, I was thinking because of the fatigue.
And then you make the climb back up to the top of the rim. You're all tired, even though you got healed. You're beat up, so it takes you a while. You're taking a lot of rest, but you eventually manage to get to the top of the rim. It's probably midday by that point, and you see Isaac Moon standing there with the horses. He's kind of got like a small fire going. Maybe he's cooking some food for himself. And so, what happened over there? I heard gunshots, and then there was a fire.
Oh, it was nothing. I say twitching my eyes.
Twitch. Ain't nothing to worry about.
I think Macario's so tired he just ignores him and just kind of sleepily goes and climbs on Guapito and sort of like rests against him.
Good boy for watching horses. We tell you about it when older. Climb up on a horse.
Oh, okay. Whose horse is he riding with? Because I don't think there's an extra horse for him.
Came out with me.
Okay, so he's riding with the deputy.
Haru is going to take some rope, tie Kun to one of the other horses, and kind of lean forward on his horse.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And just be super exhausted, just like...
yeah, like Macario's just got Guapito by the neck and just like,
Everything sucks.
Yeah, it's a long trek home. So, 2-day ride. The first night, what we're going to do is just everyone give me a spirit roll, -3.
Plus the penalty from... Okay,
Oh, yeah.
So -5.
I fail.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to succeed very many rolls. I think I've succeeded like 1 or 2 tonight.
I'm just going to add D6 and try to see.
Okay.
I did it.
Alright. So,
Okay.
you feel... Go ahead and roll a d20.
It's 19.
Oh, boy. So this is the worst result.
Okay, great. I survived the fucking monster. Only to die
So you have
in my sleep 2 nights later.
You're having a nightmare so vivid, so awful, so horrific
Mm-hmm.
that it causes your heart to stutter. So, first I want you to make a vigor roll, -2.
Okay. Minus.
Do you have any
1d8.
bennies left?
No, I have no bennies left. So then -3 total.
Yeah.
God. Oh.
7 minus 3
That's
is
a
4.
4.
Alright.
You're fine. But describe the nightmare.
I would imagine it'd be something similar to the nightmare from earlier. So she's like back at home, and no, in fact, it's going to be something different. She's sitting on the porch of
Mhm.
her old house in a
Okay.
rocking chair, and she's got her baby in her arms, and she's rocking, and then she just gets the sense that something's wrong, like the baby's crying and she can't get it to stop crying, and she looks down and sees that it's not her child at all. It's this like,
Grotesque, like
it's like some sort of grotesque monster.
zombie baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, changeling.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so, just that like shock is probably what's gonna make her heart stutter.
Okay. And you wake up and your heart is hammering. And you probably don't get back to sleep for the rest of the night as a result of that. You didn't get a success, right? 20 roll.
That is a 16.
The mark of fear, which you've already suffered.
You can get another one.
Yeah, that's true. So, another mark of fear, and what's the dream?
Okay. So I'm going to say on this one, he dreams that basically he's been abandoned by the Lady of Guadalupe.
Oh.
And she's admonishing him because he burned the bodies, and he wasn't supposed to burn the bodies. He was supposed to let the tree grow and heal it, and he failed to do that. He destroyed instead of saving. And she's just cursing him for having failed her and calling him like the left hand of the devil and all this kind of thing.
Oh. What does the mark look like?
This is like a charisma penalty?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, a bunch of ugly motherfuckers.
Or weird.
Or just weird.
Okay, what would this be? I think that when he wakes up, he is going to basically, this is really dark actually, but he's going to actually self-mutilate a cross on his arm, basically to say like, I'm still
faithful.
I'm still on the...
It's like the
Yeah.
So he basically takes a sharp stone and he carves a cross in his arm.
Oof.
And then that's going to leave a scar for sure.
Yeah.
So like it's almost like self-imposed stigmata.
Yeah, so he basically kind of is like, no, I'm still a face. See, look. As like a waking sort of thing. You know, he wouldn't have done it if he was in the right state of mind. But
Right,
just,
yeah.
So
he had just
exhausted.
woken up. He's so tired. And he feels like he has to prove his faith.
Oh, it's a sign.
The dogs are idiots. Chen Mei, did you pass?
I did not, and I rolled
Alright.
an 18.
You rolled an 18?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Can I Benny and reroll?
Yes.
Okay.
On the 20-sided?
Yeah.
No.
No, that's what I thought.
Well, could
You
you
want to save him
directly
for what's
reroll
coming because...
the other?
Yeah, you could try to reroll the other.
Yeah, I'll do
You
that.
got a lot of bennies.
Yeah, you do.
So it was a spirit roll -4?
Yep.
Okay.
No, minus 3.
Minus 3.
-3. Okay.
Unless if you have to keep.
Oh, I had fatigue also, so that was what made it a -4.
That's a
Well,
6.
that's better. 8, so I made. I
You made it. Alright, you're
success.
fine. You don't suffer a heart attack.
Great.
I failed.
Did you pass?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll d20. Haru.
20.
You
Suffer
and me both.
the mark of fear.
You know, heart
So,
attack?
nope, that's 21 plus.
Well,
But you just rolled a 20.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, you rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
No,
I'm
no.
to kill you real quick.
Natural 20.
Stop
All right.
reminding me,
I don't know
stop
what the pedal. I didn't know all the. I just the natural 20.
Natural 20. Alright, natural 20 in this case is bad. So, give me a vigor roll at -2.
and fatigue and okay, all right. So neg 2.
You got 10 rounds to live. So, someone needs to make a -4 healing roll to save your life.
I'll describe this like
Go ahead and describe the dream.
Haru is in his dream. He opens his eyes from a meditative position, and he's looking up at the great gates of the palace, and he starts ascending the steps. But as he does, he hears the sounds of screaming, the sounds of terror, and then the entire castle is on fire. As he goes up the stairs further, he sees the signs of battle. Soldiers have fallen over, guns in their arms, spears in their hands, blood spraying the walls. And as he enters the main room, he sees the Emperor up in Llao's hands, and Llao's hand is just crushing his skull.
Oh.
And when he wakes, he feels his heart convulsing. He clutches his chest and goes, "Ah! Ah!" And he just falls over.
Do we notice this?
I think so.
Yeah.
You're awake. You just carved a thing into your arm. You're asleep.
I'm asleep. So this happened right.
This is happening in the middle of the night, yeah.
Haru? Haru!
Yeah, Rachel.
Deputy, help!
Yeah, Rachel's like, her! And she's gonna run right over to his side.
Okay.
You get 10 rounds to wake me up, and I might be able to help him.
Okay, I guess I'm going to try to heal him at a huge
-4
amounts.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm at full power points right now.
How do we know when around his past?
Snake eyes.
Kill him!
He made it worse.
I stabbed him with the
I
sharp
guess
sword.
I'd better Benny that with my final Benny and hopefully that doesn't happen again.
It's like he takes out a knife. I know how to help him. I need to get his heart out of his chest.
Okay, so that one failed. He's going to keep trying though.
Okay. So,
Rachel's
one.
like doing that, like hovering over, like,
Are you actually trying to assist, or...?
can I?
Yeah.
I don't have healing as a skill.
He's doing it magically right now.
2. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Is anyone trying to wake me up?
You can try and do that. You know that...
Because you actually only get 10 chances.
I know that you have healing.
You know I know how to heal.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Killed
go
you.
shake awake Daisy. Daisy, get up! Daisy, wake up! Haru's in trouble.
Okay, so that was a 7 minus 4.
So 3.
3.
So fail.
Fail.
Alright, how many rolls have you made already? Like, how many rounds have passed?
3 so far.
Because I gotta
I'm
try to
keeping track
wake
of my
up.
fingers.
Yeah.
With-
Okay.
So,
Okay.
untrained is
Don't wake up with the first round.
Alright.
D4 minus 2 minus fatigue.
Yep.
Oh,
Minus
there we go.
4 on top of that.
7.
That's a 7. I still don't wake up.
Why don't you wake up on a 7?
I need to. It's a minus 4. Notice minus 4.
Oh, wow.
Actually, with the fatigue, yeah, I need 9 or better. So third round, still not awake.
Is there any, like, sort of, like... Because I'm shaking Daisy.
You're shaking?
Yeah.
Or are you going to take escalate your actions there?
Like slap.
Yeah, totally. Like, her in the face.
So we'll
God
take
damn
it
it,
to
Daisy!
-2 then.
Wake up! Slap in the face.
Okay.
And at this point, Macario is pounding on Haru's chest. Lady, help me! Mother, help me! Lady, help me! Just praying. Nope.
Can
Last.
you heal
This would
him?
give me an extra d6, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not still not awake.
So I'm gonna attempt to heal with my extra d6. So I need...
That's it. That's all I can do.
I got you.
So that's all your power points? Okay. Like, do I get one chance a round to try to wake up, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not gonna cut it.
After 4 rounds.
Oh, I got fucking boost level
Keep-
trait. I'm gonna kind of cast boost on you on your healing. Do you have healing?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I'm doing it untrained.
You could
Well,
have
you
cast
could.
it on me,
I know,
but
I
you
You
didn't
could,
do that.
no,
that in
she
time.
can cast it on you, then you get the skill, or you can even get the skill at D6 if there's a
Yeah.
raise.
Okay. So,
So-
would that negate the -2 for an untrained?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna cast boost your healing.
Okay.
I'm seeing you like that's a success, right? Yep, because even with my fatigue, it's still a success. So now I'm like, you notice
How's
my
that still a success?
Because it's fine, -1.
Oh, you're only at 1 fatigue?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Okay, so that puts me at a net -5 instead of a 7.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Haru.
You did it.
So 17 minus 7 is a 10.
Alright, so how do you treat
That's round
a
5.
heart attack?
I wake up.
Without
Like
Modern
her is
medicine.
dying.
Well, does aspirin exist this time?
I don't think so. I think that was early 1900s.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm gonna look it up
I
real
don't
quick.
remember
Just
when aspirin. I think it was 1800.
that's why I'm looking it up.
But you're out in the middle of nowhere with nothing. How do you treat it?
I'm going to make a poultice out of local herbs
Okay.
and smear it on his chest.
Okay.
And add. Does anybody have ghost rock or like ground up powder from ghost rock?
I've got gunpowder in my bullets.
Aspirin will not be invented, at least in the time period of our game, for 15 more years.
Okay, so no aspirin.
I'll say, so you gain some favor with the spirits of the dead,
Okay.
and you make this poultice, and you feel a slight tingle in your arms, as if there's a transfer of energy.
Well, I assume that the soil has traces of ghost rock in it also.
It's possible.
Okay, but I'm going to
It's-
rely on the spirits who maybe are at ease because of my offering that I
Mhm.
performed to try to heal him from his heart attack.
And you do so. You feel like shit, but you're not dying.
Now, okay, so begs the question to ask. Am I in any condition to ride myself, or am I going to have to ride with somebody and have my horse follow along behind?
You
Probably
can also
that. You're in
rope
bad
you to your
shape.
horse and lead your horse.
Yeah.
Because we have rope, so you could just tie it to your
Well, we
horse.
can have Isaac ride his horse while...
Yeah.
And put him on the horse in front of us.
Wow. I've never had a character almost eat it due to heart attack.
That's a new one.
I had 2 in one night.
Go ahead and give me notice rolls, everyone.
Minus 152.
No.
I was gonna say, can I just probably
No, I
forgo
still-
mine because
Sure.
because I am out of it.
I don't succeed.
You don't succeed.
If I wasn't so tired, I might have noticed. But I was too tired to notice.
Was there a negative on that?
No.
Okay, I got a 7.
Nope.
You got a 7.
Mm-hmm.
You notice this big crow or raven hanging out in the trees nearby, clacking its beak.
So I'm gonna point at Macario and say, "Is that the raven you were talking about?"
Macario was falling asleep on his horse.
Oh crap! Do I recognize? This
Yeah,
raven?
you recognize it.
He starts like,
It's the same one you've seen hanging around your camp all this time.
So do I get any sense as to whether this raven is a foe or a protector, or
You're not getting
just
a good feel.
some? I'm
You're
not
not
getting a good
vibe.
Beating Tom Raven.
I'm gonna shoot the damn thing then.
Oh.
All right, go ahead.
Is it close enough range that I could shoot it with my Derringer, or do I need to use the Winchester?
I think you should use the Winchester. It's not quite that close.
kind of imagine her sitting on her horse. Was she sitting on the horse? Yeah. Or,
Yeah.
It's still kind of at night, unless you
yeah.
guys are like, Haru almost had a fucking heart attack. We're riding through the night to get to fucking town.
Well, I thought this early in the
So
morning.
for the sake of not getting thrown off my horse, I want to jump off the horse and then shoot it.
Okay.
Do I have to map for that?
I'm not gonna make it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I just kind of imagine she's sitting on the horse. She's looks up and she just goes, bang.
Well, yeah, but I also don't really know what my horse is going to do.
oh man.
Yeah, I'm really
God,
not
you're
used-
getting all the good rolls.
I know, so I got an 8.
She really does like a
That's
walk
a
edge.
raise. Or wait, hold on. It might not be a raise, actually.
Do you have any penalties?
Oh, -1 from fatigue, so it's a 7.
So, okay.
So I didn't get a
So
raise.
it's definitely not a raise.
Mhm.
Fine. I think because of its size, then it would be -2. So it was
that big. No, it's that small. Still.
What did you roll total? 8.
7
net 7.
Net 7. Net 5. So you still hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so 2d6.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
14, 16.
Wow. You hop off your horse, you raise the rifle, and the bird looks like it's getting ready to jump into the air and fly away. When you pull the trigger, and there's just an explosion of blood and feathers.
Well, you killed it. You eat it.
Rachel's
I don't know if
gonna,
there's anything left to eat.
No.
Little drumsticks.
I'm going to.
Feet still standing
on
on
the
the
branch.
branch.
So I'll kneel on the ground for a moment and offer prayer to the raven, and pick up a feather if I can find one that's not covered with blood, and put it in my satchel.
Oddly enough, you're not finding any feathers on the ground.
Are there any feathers anywhere?
No.
Well, that's terrifying. Okay. Then I'll get back on my horse and we'll continue on.
Alright.
Is it terrifying to make her roll a spirit check at -5,000? Like everything else?
So Rachel's gonna ask Haru, would you like to ride with me, or would you like us to lash you to the horse?
Do not bind me like a criminal.
Alright. Isaac, you know how to ride a horse, boy?
Yeah.
Great.
I just don't know how to ride a horse girl.
Horse, boy.
I have riding centaur.
It's not horse dash boy.
No.
Horse boy.
The following night goes by without incident. You sleep through the night. Your dreams are normal.
Did you really ride tea?
No. You need a good bit of restful sleep before that goes away. And late the following day, you ride into town, into Jacksonville, sore, tired, probably a little bit hungry,
feeling like I get hit by the nearest stagecoach.
Yep. Your steam wagon.
Just full on.
Yep.
Rachel's taking her to the doctor.
You should probably see the doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor
Like
first.
she's riding that horse right up outside the docks.
I know his name, but I forgot. Dr. Isaac Breyer. As he's riding up and comes out, he's got his I don't know what old-timey doctors wore.
White button-up shirt, overall, or suspenders, and then they usually have a coat. Not like quite like a lab coat, but like a longer coat that they wear.
Yeah, something like that.
Old-fashioned stethoscope, because they did have those.
Yep.
Like
Everything
the
all
ones that
right?
are kind of like the horn. They
No, Haru had some kind of attack out in the forest. He wasn't breathing. Needs to be checked out.
All right, well, let's get him on down off the horse now.
Clutching his left arm.
Yeah, definitely. Like I've been doing for the last month.
So Rachel's gonna swing down off her horse and then kind of assist you off the horse.
Yeah, and Dr. Breyer's there. He helps get you down. Let's get you on into my office and let's see what we can do for you.
Sounds good.
And the long and short of that visit, he takes some of your vitals and basically recommends, I want you to stay in bed for at least a week. Get some good rest.
My employer will not look favorably upon this, but you are a professional.
That I am. I did go to school for it, unlike that Jonathan Graves, after all. I'll put in a word with your employer and make sure they understand. But you strain yourself. I don't want you stressing none. Don't want to put any strain on that heart of yours. And laudanum. Recommending laudanum.
Yeah.
Because...
The old-timey cough syrup.
Yep. They recommend laudanum for everything.
Gold-plated laudanum?
Codeine.
What?
Gold-plated laudanum?
No.
Platinum. Does he provide a couple of leeches just for Haru's?
No, I don't think they use leeches
anymore.
anymore.
That's good.
Except for one specific doctor.
Oh, God. Yeah, but
Yeah, that's in an alternate universe.
Yeah, no,
down the southwest.
we stopped
Yeah.
using leeches, and then we started using them again recent
Yeah,
times.
absolutely.
Yep, there's
Yes.
big money in medical leeches, actually.
There is,
And medical maggots.
yes,
Yep.
to clean up wounds.
Yeah.
Maggot stab.
Because they just eat the dead flesh.
Mhm.
If you're in a pinch, you could use live bees. No, don't do that.
But you can use honey because it's.
And so where do you go after you drop Haru off at the doctor's?
Well, I'm probably gonna,
Or once you're done?
yeah, I'll help Haru home, I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. And then?
We just got back into town.
Yep.
Probably
You've
gonna
been gone for
go,
a while, too.
yeah, I'm gonna go to the sheriff's office and see if Ross is there.
Alright. When is Ross not there?
Well, you know, he could surprise her occasionally.
Yeah.
She assumes he has a home somewhere. Nope, he just lives in the sheriff's office. He's got like a car.
You're not sure.
Okay.
Anytime you've ever gone there, morning, night,
Mhm.
noon,
He's
Definitely
always
there.
been there.
Okay.
You don't...
he's classified as a permanent
sure
fixture,
I-
like a
Drinks
landmark,
lot,
you know.
Doesn't ever seem drunk.
I think he's another spirit, like an alcohol spirit,
Yeah.
like a big tanuki or something.
Yeah, she'll go.
Oddly enough, he's not there.
Okay. That's actually gonna throw her for a moment. She's like gonna come through the door. Ross, put the bottle of whiskey down. Oh, it's empty.
Huh.
So she will write him a note, like open his desk drawer looking for paper, find the bottle of whiskey, take the bottle, write him a note just saying she's back in town and she's going home. She's
Okay.
going fast.
You take that bottle, he comes back, lifts up his chair, takes off a leg, pulls another bottle out of it, puts the leg back on, and sits down.
And then she's gonna go home. Or
You
and
You
is-
run, you're running
she
through the
left
streets.
Scout with Ross, so I'm assuming
No,
Scout.
you just brought Scout.
Did I bring
Yep, you
Scout?
left Scout with Isaac Moon on the rim.
Oh,
And
okay. Well, then
yeah.
Scout will be with her, and we're just gonna go home.
You're heading home when you hear some loud, raised voices at the saloon.
She's gonna heave this sigh and turn the horse.
There's a large crowd gathered in front of the saloon. A bunch of angry people. You recognize a lot of ranchers and farmers among them. And standing in front of the saloon doors is Ross. His arms casually crossed in front of him.
Is it like an angry mob?
It looks like an angry mob.
They don't quite have torches and pitchforks yet, but well, some of them might. They're farmers.
I'm so glad I have the gospel. I love it. We're ready to go.
What does the ghost bullet do?
So it does non-lethal damage.
Oh, okay.
So it's like if I want to subdue someone without killing them, I can shoot the ghost bullet.
That's handy.
Yeah.
So it's like a
It's like
version
a-
of a rubber pellet.
Yeah, I think they're
Yeah.
like a taser sort of thing.
And you're hearing people yell, "We want justice! We want answers!"
So Rachel's on her horse.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna call out to Ross. What in not tarnation? I'm not gonna go quite that
What
far.
in tarnation
No.
is going on?
She's gonna say, "What's going on, Ross?"
He looks up. Deputy, about time you decided to come back. Thought you were going to let me know before you left.
Did.
No.
Pretty sure we did.
You talked about what you were going to do, and I told you to come see me before you left. You did not.
Don't remember that.
Obviously.
It's been too far.
Folks, go home, go to bed. It's too late for this, and I am too sober for this as well. We will deal with this properly, not through mob justice. Go home, go to bed, now. And, his hand goes kind of casually rests on his big gun.
Rachel's gonna pull her duster back to him. Be ready to draw.
People mutter, but Sheriff Ross's reputation is still well and very strong. And some grumbling and mutterings, but they break up and they go away.
She's gonna ride up to the dispersing crowd. Does she see Jonathan Graves in the crowd at all?
Nope.
Okay.
You see Jones,
Jones is
one of the ranchers, the one that got in the fist
right.
fight.
Okay. What was that all about, Ross? What's going on?
Well, hired hand's been going missing the last couple months. And these fine, upstanding citizens have gotten into their head that folks over at the Willows ain't been losing their hired help, so they must be bribing or running off everyone else's hired help, because that makes a whole lick of sense.
Why the mob at the saloon?
Well, they were gathering numbers and drink, and before they went out to the Willows and started some ruckus there. Deputy, you look like shit.
Feel like shit.
Yeah, you go home and get some sleep. I'll ride over to the Willows and keep an eye out there. Make sure no mob comes and burns the farm down.
You sure you don't want me right out there with you?
Not if you're going to shoot me in the back because you're tired.
I'm tired. I ain't that tired.
Alright, well, go get sleep. I'll let you know if I need help.
Alright. She'll turn the horse over. Whistle the Scout.
Scout's right there.
Actually, she'll be like, if you don't want my help, at least take my dog.
Come on, boy. Let's go get ourselves some liquor, and then we're gonna go have a stakeout. Scout's just like, wait, do you mean steak?
Yeah.
Or do you mean steak?
Yeah.
Steak out in my bowl.
Just like the little wag where I said steak and steak. Steak.
My dog does that all the time. It's a legitimate thing dogs go. Wait, steak? What?
And I think we'll call it there, since
Okay.
it's getting a little late.
Can I do one more thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Macario heads home as soon as we get back into town, and as he turns towards home, he falls asleep on Guapito one more time.
Mm-hmm.
But Guapito knows the way.
Where? Yeah, let me interrupt you real fast. What's happened to Isaac Moon?
Oh,
Who's he going with?
because he was with us when we went to the doctor. Probably asked the doctor if he knew. I don't know. I guess Isaac's coming home with me.
Okay.
No.
I'm too tired to deal with this kid right now.
How long ago was it that your baby died? And how old is Isaac now? Some
Isaac's
surrogacy
a lot
issues
older
going
than
on here?
Rachel does have a very soft spot in her heart for children.
Alright, so now that we know what's happening to Isaac, continue.
So Guapito still knows the way home, and he carries the sleeping Macario to the barn, lays down, dropping Macario into a hay pile where they both sleep for the night.
Aww.
Yeah, I know you said it's an ugly horse, but I just keep thinking like just a really ugly donkey every time.
Well, he's basically a horse that looks like a donkey. He's the ugliest horse.
The ugliest horse.
Or horse.
Now I want to see the adventures of Macario and Guapito, the ugliest horse.
We're going to do one last thing, since everyone got loaded up with lots of phobias and other nasty things. Everyone give me a spirit roll.
Can I actually emerge from that pretty?
Did you not...
Do I,
I didn't
am I
get
keeping
any
my
phobia.
-2 fatigue?
Did you take anything? Oh yeah, you got a phobia. Yes.
Nope.
Fatigue
nothing.
roll applies.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Somebody's getting something out of this.
So that is a 15.
That was a 15, and you just had the mark of fear, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, after some sleep and baths and rest, kind of compartmentalizing and processing in your brain, you kind of overcome your trauma and your tick goes away.
All right. Oh, I got -2 charisma.
Would anyone have succeeded without the fatigue penalty?
I would
Nope.
have. But
So I got a
No,
simple.
don't
sticking.
have.
No.
I got a simple success with the fatigue penalty, so I rolled a 5.
I've been failing most of the night though.
So you can recover you do the same thing. You process and compartmentalize, and you manage to recover from your phobia.
Oh, I know. No more jackrabbits.
No more jackrabbits. You're stuck with your fear of crows, and yeah, you're stuck with all that.
Macario has a crisis of faith because he dreamed that the lady was admonishing him, and considers this as valid as his vision, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she just said, "You're doing great. Kill this thing." He's now got this crisis of faith because he had this horrible nightmare, and he couldn't save Haru, so he feels like she's abandoned him. And so yeah, he's got all those complexes still for sure.
Okay.
They all make sense.
Brutal. Alright, that's 3 XP for everyone.
Oh.
Thank you, listeners, for tuning in to Valley of Famine, and hope you'll stick with us through the next episode, and so on and so forth. My name's Ben. I've been here with Rosemary, Austin, Trisha, Ed, and Nick S. And this is Valley of Famine. Y'all have a good night.
Night.
Or whatever.
For our advance, I rose my spirit to a D8.
Yeah,
That's probably what I'm going to do.
same thing.